All right, here we go. All right, this is the 4th episode of Philm Study. We have a special guest this time around.
Why the fuck is there a Christmas tree?
We're not.
Oh shit! Sorry. I was looking at your order.
All right. Anyway, thank you. We have a special guest today. So you all know Daryl and RJ, but got a really good friend of mine, Chip Ford's joining us this time around.
What's up?
We got some interesting topics today we want to get into, and we're going to go ahead and get right into them. First thing we're going to talk about is we're going to do video games.
Oh, you got to do a better introduction than that, my brother. Hold on a second. Y'all know what this is. This is my boy D Money, RJ, and this. I don't even need to introduce this guy. First off, I'm lucky to be here because he freed my ancestors. He fucking.
You wanted this,
and he did a hell of a job in Jurassic Park. When you jumped on that T-Rex's neck after he killed your boy, that was crazy. First podcaster I've known that's a president and a velociraptor. Phil Gango, everybody say you're the city. Let's go. That's you gotta bring that. You gotta bring the spice into it, Phil. You gotta bring the spice.
We bringing it.
You ain't bringing shit. Come on.
All right.
You gotta spice it up, baby.
Well, this is going to be one of your good realms right here because you're a very avid gamer.
I dabble.
So we're going to let the guest of honor take it first.
You want me to?
Yeah, favorite
What the fuck?
favorite video games
Of all
time.
Like my number one?
Number one of all time. Never get bored of playing.
Oh, that's easy. It's Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Came out on the N64 year 2000. I got that shit. Actually, it's a funny story how I got that game. It was a neighbor kid, and he had it, and he wanted my first edition Blastoise. So I traded him a Pokemon card for an N64 game.
Okay. Oh.
Of course, eventually he realized, damn dog, that I feel like I got kind of
You screwed up.
I was like, man, there ain't no takebacks.
That's right.
I was like, this is Clarksburg, baby. There ain't no takebacks here.
Right.
I put 400 hours into that game. Easy. I played that all that summer. They put it out on the Switch, on the market. Like when you buy the online on the Switch, you can get the older games. Got that. I played it. My wife is so pissed off. I play that shit all the time. I just get bored. I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save Termina because it ain't Hyrule in that one. It's a different land.
That's what I was getting ready to ask if you still have it.
Oh, absolutely.
You still have it?
Yeah.
That's what I figured when you said your wife.
Yeah.
If there's one person that I know that knows video games, it's him.
I don't play anything now like I used to. Like I haven't probably played video games.
What was your favorite game back in the day?
Back in the day?
Like the one you just like, damn dog, put that in. What? Pause.
Man, I feel like I played too many like at the same time. Like I don't know, I was really big into the N64.
Yeah.
So like I like GoldenEye.
Oh shit, GoldenEye.
That's a classic. That's a classic. Everybody's
I
played
played
that.
Donkey Kong 64. Honestly, Mario 64. I played the hours and hours of that too.
Mario Kart.
Like I bounced around with a bunch of kind of
Mario
games
Kart
on the N64.
Dude, the 64. That's probably I had that for the longest time. But my favorite console that I had when I was growing up was the Nintendo GameCube.
I played Smash Bros.
Yeah.
You know how many family fights is starting in the house just from playing?
It's funny you mentioned it because I went to Vegas for Evo, the biggest fighting game tournament in the world back in 2018. I flew out to Vegas.
Were you competing in it?
Yeah, I was competing in it. Yeah, I got to this second or third round.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Dang.
It was.
Yeah.
Man, it was crazy out there. They fill up that. It's the Mandalay Bay, I think it's in.
Yeah.
And it's
okay.
You walk in there, and there was this dude doing backflips and shit, and big titty golf girls. It was crazy. And the first day, me and my boy Nick, we got to the next round for the next day. So we went to his after party afterwards. We're like, oh yeah, we're all going to hang out. It's like, yeah, boy, let's go. We go to this house. They had this big projector playing Soul Calibur on it.
Oh.
And I was like, oh yeah, these are my people. We're all drinking beer. And there's one dude, he was real nice at the tournament. He came up to me and said, hey man, come over here. I want to show you something. I was like, yeah, dog, let's go. Come over there. Big old line of cocaine on the table.
It's Vegas.
I'm not shocked. I mean,
So I looked at it, I said, huh. He's like, you want that? I was like, nah, dog. I walked over to my boy Nick, because I was staying at him because he lives out there. And I was like, hey man, I don't feel comfortable here. And he's like, what you mean? I was like, they doing some shit. They doing some hard shit. He's like, what this fucking lead? And he looked at me like, oh shit. And then we both left. Next day we go back and I hung hangover, but it was whatever. But we got there and goddamn. Fucking Thor's pissed, but I get there, that dude was there, and he was all fucked up. And he got knocked out that round, and he's like, man, I partied too hard. I was like, yo, no shit, brother, you was doing cocaine. Like,
Yeah, I mean, going hard.
he was going hard, but I mean, I went into it for Smash Brothers and Dragon Ball Fighters, and I got pretty.
Oh, I remember Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I played that a little bit too.
It was fun. It was a good time. I highly recommend. If you've never been out to Vegas, you should definitely just do it once in your life.
Yeah,
Treat
I've
yourself.
never done that. But yeah, speaking on Smash Brothers, I just remember like me, my nephew, my sister, and his dad, all of us just going into it all together when we used to play. I'm telling you, it was the worst thing ever. Straight fights every single time. But that game is definitely classic. I'm actually working on getting one more controller, and I'm gonna be getting that game. And now I'm pissing my kids off.
How old's your kids?
You got a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old.
Oh, they can learn.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean, they're gonna learn the hard way.
Exactly. With the youngest one, she's very competitive, like I am. So once she starts losing, she's gonna be mad, and I'm not gonna take it easy on them. I can't be that person, you know.
Nah, that's how I be. My goddaughter, when she was younger, she played me. And her dad like, yo, you need to go easy. And I was like, nah, she gonna learn. She wants to learn. She's gonna learn.
Yup.
So I just
win the game.
So I'm doing combos, bounce her back up and down the thing, and she's sitting a bit tear. Now I'm like, now you gotta be humble in your losses. If you want to win, you gotta be able to accept the loss too.
Yes.
That's fact of life. And she's like, oh, now she's really good, and she be stomping on her
Now she
brothers.
is,
Like,
Now she's
You taught her right though.
that's how it should be.
No, because if you take it easy on them, then in the long run they're gonna be looking for the easy way out. You gotta let them earn that.
You gotta earn that. You gotta earn everything in life. So that's a life lesson in itself. Like, you want to beat me, you better earn to beat me. I'm not gonna sit there and just put the sticks down.
Exactly, 100%.
I was big on Mario Party. Do you like Mario Party?
Shit,
You ever play it?
I haven't played one of them in a minute.
I used to just sit there like with a group of people play like those 50-round games.
Dude, that's like
Dude,
2
that's
hours.
like, I know. But listen, we used to do it all the time. Like if it was raining out or something, or it was just too hot.
Now, I played it maybe a year or two ago. First time I played it in like 15 years. They had it on
Really?
They have it on the Switch.
On the Switch, yeah.
And we got drunk as shit at a buddy's house, and we was playing it. And
Decided to throw it.
dude, that shit still pisses me off. Like you steal my star, I'm gonna be mad as fuck at shit.
Yeah.
That game could get really competitive, especially with the mini games.
Mm-hmm. It's fun though, but goddamn, you could really screw somebody over. They can do all the work. You go to that booth and take the star.
Yep.
That's bullshit. That's happened to me so many times. I was like,
I used to run around the board with Wario though.
I was always
the douchebag of the group.
I think I always pick.
I used to
I
love
always
Wario.
pick Yoshi's my boy.
Yoshi. I did occasionally.
I never really played honestly Mario Party like that.
You played Mario
Really?
Kart though.
Oh,
everyone played Mario Kart.
How could you not?
Everybody
From a
played
Super
64 days
Nintendo.
on.
We
Yeah.
actually
started
still
this-
play Mario Kart now. We play on the Switch.
Well, we need to get together.
We get
I
online.
can
and
Now we
play.
get on the Discord and play
I used to be
online.
so good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mario Kart, I used to.
You have a Switch?
So do you guys
I
do
used to
like
play
the
that
battle
all the
and
time.
stuff like that as well? Like
We do all kinds. We race. We do like the
Everything.
battles and everything.
Yeah, I
We
know.
got people in the chat. now.
Somebody said Rob Zombie's Halloween's the best Mario game. I don't know who he's going with that. Oh, that's Joey D. What up, Joey D? Damn, he's starting right off.
He's
That's what he said.
Yeah,
Hey, that's what he said last time.
I know. He does it all the time.
Right off the rip.
I get it. I mean,
Thank you, Joey. I appreciate
very
that.
philosophical movie.
It's it's
I like
signature
that.
move.
You know, when his mom was dancing on the pole, I was like, it touched my heart. I was like, you know what?
Well, you know why the holes in the wall over there? Because
You watch this. He's fucking bullshit. Why is he grunting when he kills people?
Listen to Nazareth, Love Hurts. That was a song that was playing.
Yeah.
Trust me.
See that?
I just said trust me.
That is all. you dig deep into the analyticals on that shit. I would never have known the fucking song that plays.
I study my movies, but you know, for me on games, it's more
Skill
like
tag.
I go to the classics, man. Like I go old school, like Halo. Who
Oh.
doesn't love Halo?
Especially Halo
Well, I'll be
2.
honest
So
with you,
many
Phil, never really
memories
played
on
it.
Halo 2.
You never played Halo 2?
I'm telling you, I'm not like a big gamer. Like
Hey.
I didn't really play.
You didn't
games,
play like at the mall or something? They used to have them tournaments and
Honestly,
games.
not.
Mortal Kombat.
Well,
See,
on
I
the Sega.
I never
Genesis,
I never was a big one. I always
Yeah.
played Street Fighter.
Street Fighter was
I
fun.
love. Street
I was
Fighter.
never a
I
one-on-one
was big
fighter
on that,
game,
yeah.
but Soul Calibur. That's why when you mention it,
Oh.
that's my favorite one-on-one game.
My favorite genre of games is fighting. I love fighting games. I grew up
Okay.
on it. My cousins and I used to play them. So
That's like my cousin Dorian. He used to play heavy in Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat, especially Mortal Kombat. Even till this day, he's still playing it. And I'm telling you, when I watched him play and I played against him, I got whooped easily. I mean, the combo moves that he could do, I'm sure that's why you like it as well.
Once you
able to
get
just
master, you can start doing stupid shit.
Oh my God, it was ridiculous.
Man,
And
Phil
I
played
guess-
me one time to Smash Bros. He won't play it again.
I definitely would like to
I
play
would
you
probably
just for
get
the fun of
destroyed,
it, but
man.
I
Like,
know
used to
I
be
would
really
get
good at
destroyed.
Smash Bros too, but
Easy.
I would get destroyed.
I
haven't
used to
played that
love
in years,
Kirby.
dude.
Kirby was my boy.
Oh, man, everyone likes Kirby.
That was
It's
the one.
classic.
And then I realized, though, after, when I first started playing, that was my character, and I realized a lot of people loved him. And I mean, obvious reasons. He was just one of the easiest ones to play. Loved his moves.
Yeah, look at that. Def Jam Vendetta. That's a call out. That was a great game.
Yes.
Holy shit, that was a good game.
Wait, is that
F James.
like with the rappers?
Yeah, it
Yes.
was
So, like,
awesome. I played the fuck out of the game.
I
They
never
drove
had it.
dude
I
try
had
to
a
take
friend.
over the city.
because wasn't like Ludacris in it, Fat Joe, and all
Dude,
those
they had
guys?
Bone Crusher in it.
Yes.
They went deep in it. It was crazy.
I was gonna say like
They actually need to remake that game.
They
Give us
should.
another one.
They went
Really.
everywhere. How the landscape is now. These motherfuckers can't get along long enough.
Nope.
Maybe something
Nah.
like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be in the game, but so and so can't beat my ass. You gotta make it in the game so they can't beat my ass. That's how. It's like I guarantee that's how it play out.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it either. Soft.
It'd be
Like Drake can't be in this.
Why not? That would have been fun. I mean, it's gonna be more of the Def Jam
Kendrick's like, "Nah,
artists,
man,
but
you can't be in
imagine
this."
putting them two back and forth at it. People would.
dude. I
would
could pick
spark
Drake's
them.
finisher. He'd get a text message from his girl breaking up with him. The tear come out. He'd flick it on. He'd get like blow up or some shit. That'd be dope as fuck. It'd be the name would be Hot Bling or some shit.
Hey, I wouldn't be mad at it at all.
That's hilarious.
what about Banjo Kazooie?
You really were on the 64, weren't you?
The only thing I really played up to, like I said, probably the last time I had an actual system was like 2013, I bet.
Oh,
And that was the Xbox Connect. But I was that's what I'm saying. Like I would play like COD and like Madden,
Oh, everyone
Live,
played COD,
2K,
yeah.
stuff like that. And then I would play Armia 2 a lot. I like Armia 2 a lot.
Is that the one with the dudes with the mask?
Yeah.
And it was like back to back. Like it was more of a strategic game.
Anytime I played that, I always played that with my brother.
I loved it. I had a friend that would come over and we would play it for hours. And
I remember
beat
that
it.
game. It was
fun.
It was fun, but man, that story went all over the place.
Yeah.
Dudes watching TV, 9/11 happened. You're like,
Yeah.
it's like, what the fuck? Why did this just happen? Like,
Yeah, that's true.
it was like in the middle of the game, just out of nowhere. I was like, why did they put this in the game?
Yeah.
Like,
I
really
forgot
is,
about
man.
that.
Yes,
I
it's
remember
like-
that, yeah.
I remember because I
Because
remember
he gets a call.
he gets called, turn on TV, and
Yeah.
he's like,
It's
oh
like, what
shit.
is going on?
And then they go to like Venezuela or something. I was like, well, that has
Something
nothing to
like
do with 9/11. What the heck? Why did they put this in the game?
Yeah.
That's just how random they were, though.
No, they didn't give a shit.
Did you
Man.
play the second one?
I never did play the second.
The
I
second
did.
one was pretty solid too, actually.
I
liked
played.
it.
I played the second one as
I
well.
played
I
both.
never did beat the second one though. Like we never played it long enough to finish it because it
Yeah,
was
I
a
beat
game.
both
If
of
I
them.
didn't play it with him, it just didn't feel right.
Yeah, I played with my neighbor, I think, and they had that. You like did this thing, somebody got hurt, you can call out to your buddy on there. And the one dude's name was Salem, and he's like, Salem. And I still do that to my cat. My cat's name is Salem, and I call him like that. I'm like, damn, that shit's still stuck in my head. It's been like, that's been like, what, 20 years almost since that game came out?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
What's
What?
the worst
That's
game
great,
ever made?
The worst game ever made. Oh, shit.
Worst game ever made.
I played some shit games. I worked at GameStop for a long time.
Oh yeah.
I've seen some shit
How long did you work there?
long enough.
Long.
like 5 years.
The
5
mall,
years.
the mall took his soul,
I hate that. dude.
just like the rest of us.
My wife would be like, hey, let's go to the
Were
mall.
you a
Like,
manager
no,
there or something?
no, hey, I never wanted to be. Like,
You were just kind of, they threw you into it, or?
kind of, they just, oh, don't beat that dog. It was just, I just didn't like it. I like when I was a kid looking up, I was like, man, I really want to get a job at GameStop. That's what I want to do when you finally get the job.
Yeah. Customer service.
Customer. I'll never forget this one year. It was Black Friday.
Yeah.
And y'all worked at the mall, so you know what Black Friday is, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Well, and back then it was different too. Like compared to now, it's kind of like.
So they
hit
had,
and miss.
so did like this old lady comes in. She's like, she's older. Like, I mean, like she's like probably in her 60s. You can tell somebody's grandma. She's trying to do what they do. And I was behind the counter, doing the things. I was like, yo, how can I help you? Welcome to GameStop. She's like, yeah, I need to get this Mario game. I was like, oh, yeah? And she's like, yeah, for the PS3. And I was like, I must have misheard you. Did you say for the PS3? She's like, yeah, I want to get that Mario game for the PS3. I was like, well, ma'am, they only make the Mario games for the Nintendo consoles. Nintendo owns the IP. So she pauses for a second, looks up at me, says like, well, could you go in the back and make it?
What?
And I looked at her, I said, what you say? And she's like, could you go in the back and make it? I was like, if I could make a video game, do you think I'd be working at GameStop? My manager didn't like that. He's like, hey, you got calm down. I was like, oh, that's just a dumbass fucking question. Like, why would I be here if I could produce a video game? Why would I be working at a video game store? I would be living in Vegas or California making millions, making a game. Like, I'm good at programming, but I'm not that good at it.
You can play Tom Clancy on Nintendo.
It was a crazy question.
So
That is definitely a wild one.
Jimmy's in the chat now. ET for is that
For
Atari?
Atari, yeah.
Atari.
Yep.
See, I never
Space
cared for
Invaders.
Atari. I played it a little bit.
I had
my first system.
My dad
obviously,
was big on Atari. You gotta understand.
Well, the thing about the
It's
ET
old school.
is that game was so bad it almost crashed the video game market, and they buried, I'm talking thousands of copies in like New Mexico, and they thought it was a myth, like an urban legend or something, but then they actually found it like the site like 4 years ago, dug them up, and they were still there.
Oh, wow.
What was technically the first video game system right before the Atari? What was the name of that? I've watched like something on it.
What was
I think
it?
it was on Netflix or something.
I can't remember because
they
came out with the Pong, then they came out with I can't remember
It
the
might
name
have
of it.
been Pong, and maybe it was Pong, but I felt like there was something.
There was
before.
something right before the Atari, and I can't remember. I can't think of the name of it.
Didn't it kind of crash too, or something like that?
No, it just wasn't.
It just wasn't like.
It wasn't shit, and the problem was it wasn't shit for its time. And once it was crazy because the Atari, when they fucked up the whole thing, it really did crash the market.
Mhm.
Like they weren't making shit. Nintendo made their first console, but when they promoted it, they didn't promote it as a video game console. They tried to promote it like it was a toy, and that's why they robbed things there. That you ever see the robot?
Yeah,
That's why I was there to try to convince you, and that's why they had the light gun, try to convince you it's not video games, it's a toy until they, brought back the reputation. Then they started pitching it like crazy. Like then you got Zelda, Metroid, all that shit.
So what was your first video game console?
The first video game console I ever had, the original Nintendo. I was 3 years old actually.
Mine was actually the Atari.
My mom
my dad had them. He had two of them.
My mom had it, and she used to play Burger Time on it.
Okay.
Which is very old school, but
I've heard of that.
She bought me Mario 3, and I beat that when I was like 4. I got addicted to video games right then. Yep.
Yeah.
I still remember all the little tricks and all the little things.
Got the whistle, go through the maps and shit. Got the bear suit.
I'm still never been that good at that game though. Like some people can just fly through it. Like I watched this one guy where you know how they have it where you can create your own worlds and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's just constantly jumping through the whole video.
Yeah.
And that's just ridiculous how talented some people are.
Oh, it was the Commodore.
That's a lot of time on your hands.
It was the Commodore. That was the first console. The Commodore.
Okay, yeah.
That is
it,
because I buddy my Atari best friend told me. I couldn't remember. I knew there was something right before the Atari with the Commodore.
Because I watched, I think there was some type of special they did on Netflix, and they talked about the old video games and like what started it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they were pretty much talking about that in the Atari for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were pretty much just saying.
So
like,
what was your favorite Atari game? What did you enjoy the most?
See, like, to be honest, we had it, but I honestly didn't play that much of it.
So would you say more the Nintendo is where you kind of
Nintendo
found
was
more
probably-
of your
well,
love?
I had a Sega Genesis first before a Super Nintendo.
Not a regular Nintendo.
Yeah, you
Actually,
started.
let me go back on that. I think I had the regular Nintendo and the Sega at the same time. The Super was
Okay.
after. I think it was somewhere in that because my mom and dad, they found the original Nintendo at a flea market.
Oh,
And it had
that's sick.
honestly probably 30 games came with it.
Damn,
It even
that's
had the Duck Hunt gun too.
Yeah, that's
on top of
that's
it.
good shit.
So
I had they bought us the original Nintendo, then cause I had 4 fucking sisters, and they bought us eventually the Super Nintendo, and I played the shit out of that.
Oh, that
that
was
was that was
I
probably
got
the one
that
I
one for
played the
free.
most when I got it. You know
Well,
what
I
mean?
played it
Like,
to the point that the console stopped working. They had to buy another Super Nintendo.
Oh damn!
Yeah,
you
I
ran through
because
it.
they had the box one and then they had the smaller one.
Yeah,
I
they had the
the
box
smaller
one and the
for
smaller
some
one.
reason. See, I had a
I
lot
had
of
the
my friends had the
original
box ones. Though.
Yeah, when I
But I
had
had,
mine,
like, the one that
mine
was,
was
like,
actually
this little
gifted to me by my boy
See,
Stacks.
Sorry.
Arkham, he
Yeah.
brought it because he probably had an Atari. He brought a Pitfall, and that's the one game I remember.
That's the one game that
See, I
I
can't
played
really
that I did
remember-
enjoy it. You know what I mean? But it was just I never got into
Other
it.
than like, what is it? Is it like Galactica or something? Battle Galactica? Or is that what it's called?
That's a
Or something?
TV show.
Oh
ain't it?
no. Yeah. What is it called? Is it like Galaga?
Yeah,
or something?
I know what
How
you're
do you
talking
pronounce that?
about.
You know-
I know what you're talking about. Shooter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like a shoot-
yeah,
that's
like in
the
a
only
little
one I
spaceship.
really
Yeah.
remember, like for some reason.
I know what you're talking about. See, like me and my sister, I have a sister that's 5 years older. We got basically a Nintendo was kind of like our system that we got. And I remember the first 2 games we got was the Mickey and Minnie, and then the Ninja
Ooh,
Gaiden.
that was the first one. It even came before the Commodore, the Magnavox Odyssey. Never heard of it. Never used it. Never seen it.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I had
It
that.
looks like it's
that
from the
and then-
70s.
You got a picture?
The Magnavox Odyssey.
Damn, that looks like a
is
toaster.
technically the first
It
one.
does.
That looks like a fucking toaster.
We got more people in the
Yeah. You can tell.
Matt- Matt's in the chat. Matt Branch used to work at Finish Line.
Galactica, yeah.
Maddie.
That was Galactica.
My boy right
Yeah.
there.
Galactica.
Sorry
he
for
said.
the L, Maddie. He's talking about the Kobe's.
Oh, the Kobe's, yeah. He hit me up. He wasn't happy about it either. I
That's
get
like-
it though.
Yeah.
I mean, it just
No,
it
he
runs into
messaged me this morning. That's
Yeah.
what he was talking about. He asked me if I hit, and I was like, I didn't. Daryl did. Well, his wife on her account.
Oh, you do that thing we had to get in line for it or something?
Yeah, like on
Well,
sneakers.
it wasn't a raffle today either.
Yeah,
it
it was-
was actually just like a kind of like a straight buy, but you have to, you're sitting
still
in the
gotta try to
queue
beat it.
basically.
Yeah.
You're sitting in the queue.
And I'm surprised because somehow I managed to hit on a raffle, and I hit on sneakers, and then the wife hit on a pair as well, which we got for him.
Man, I've seen this man. I thought somebody died in his family, just sitting there, keel over the garage, punching this deer. I'm like, damn, Phil, what happened? He's like, I didn't get in that raffle.
Oh,
I'm like, damn, bro. I thought something happened. What the fuck? I thought something
so like you missed the raffle, like before he.
Like, it was like he
ended.
should. He had to get on like
yeah.
finish line or something. Or I don't think it's
There's
Nike or
fine
something.
sneakers, whichever one.
Yeah, no, I understand that, fam. Because there's those certain ones that really hurt.
A lot of them.
Yeah,
Shit,
yeah.
I got respect for these sneakerheads because I wear my shoes until they fall apart, like legit. Like I had a hole in my
It's
bottom of my
honestly
shoes.
better to be that way. It's a bad habit.
Matt
to
said he'll
have.
hit the next time.
They might do another restock, like they did
Maybe.
on the Whatthos. That's how I got the Whatthos. I was like surprised.
I'm honestly still surprised they let me have them. I didn't expect that. I've been having a good sneaker year on sneakers.
What about you?
I haven't even tried.
Damn, Phil.
Like,
You
there ain't-
have you grown out of the
I
hobby?
feel like there ain't
No.
been nothing that I really want, but this month, like Daryl knows.
See, that's
Daryl
I need
knows
those
what I
too.
for
want.
a while.
We need those grapes. That's an
Daryl knows what I want.
automatic.
Like
We
I
need
gotta
those.
have those with that
I'm
Nike
having
check on
them.
the back. Gotta have them.
I wish I could double up on them, to be honest with you. But I'm at least if I get one pair, I'll be happy.
That's my favorite OG Jordan 5 is probably is the great 5s. Like gotta have them.
Video games.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
My favorite OG. But it was my favorite. Okay, shoe. Jordan, favorite brand. OG, 5. What the fuck? That doesn't even make sense to me. It sounds like a code. Like if y'all was going to attack the Pentagon or something. Shit, like Jordan OG 5. Jordan OG 5.
They know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
So this is
For
is
the
the
most
shoe,
part,
so
I
you
do.
can see it. That's what it'll look like.
That's
It'll
a
have the
Jordan.
Nike Air
That looks
on it.
like old school. That looks like the inside of like a Taco Bell back in the 90s.
I mean, he's not really
Look
lying.
at
the
can you see-
colors.
because
You
of
see
the colors.
Yes.
The purple with the blue. That looks like
No.
Taco Bell back in the day.
Or like one of the
I definitely
Dixie,
remember
the
that
Dixie
too.
cups back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah.
You
I
could
know
definitely rock one of those shirts with it too. I know. I wouldn't mind it.
Those are the
either.
ones I have. Remember?
Man, I
I
don't
wore-
remember. You had
I
200
wore
shoes.
I wore it to Prince outfit.
What is this? What do you watch? You seen that?
Don't leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Alright. So, about back to the video games. Question for you is,
Me?
yes, you.
Okay.
This is okay.
Your favorite console of all time
Bitch, I just said that.
that that you have right now.
That.
Like PS5.
The Magnavox Odyssey.
Yeah. Man, if I had that, I'd be questioning now. Like, where the fuck did this come from? My favorite console I own right now
Yes.
in my house is probably the Switch. I play the Switch all the fucking time. I play the Switch almost every day.
See, I think I was a big Nintendo guy. Like
Oh,
that's just what it came down to.
Switch
I had
was amazing.
everything
I
up
enjoyed
to
it.
like the Wii.
I
That's when I
Wii.
fell out of it. You know what I mean?
I grew up on
But I had the
Nintendo. But I grew up
GameCube.
on
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying.
I played Mario, but I also played like
Other stuff too.
Metroid and Zelda.
Yes.
So like
Super Nintendo was nice too.
See, I never cared.
I
A
put
lot
them
of
on
people think
Stadia.
I'm crazy, but I never cared for the Zelda on Nintendo.
See, I
been a
never
fan
got
of it.
into
My
Zelda.
favorite personal Zelda is the Super Nintendo one. I can
the Link to the Past.
Yes, 100%. And I love them all. I love the lot. I haven't played it. There's a point where it kind of stops for me.
I
'cause
played the
some of the
absolute
newer
shit
ones.
out of them. Anytime a new Zelda comes out, it's a mini holiday for me.
And Arcana of Time was another one that I really enjoyed playing a lot.
Ocarina of Time,
There you go,
Majora's
see.
Mask, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess. I played them all. They come out, I buy them.
Yeah,
It's
wrong.
automatic.
Like I take off. Matter of fact, the fucking Switch 2 comes out next week. I got it reserved. I'm taking off 2 days just to play that shit.
Oh,
Get
that's
it set
dope.
up.
I used to do that with when Gears of War games would come out. That was like my heavy.
I know this
shitter
motherfucker.
game
He can't be saying shit because it'd be like, I can't be taking off work for that. And I'm like, motherfucker, you take off for shoes. I've seen you do it. It's like, it ain't about the shoes, it's about the lifestyle. I'm like, what the?
I've actually never taken a day off for a pair of shoes, actually, to be honest with you. 'Cause
I feel like that can't be right.
almost all drops are on Saturdays. Almost all
Yeah.
of them.
That Retro 3
Italians
was
are
today.
best.
What was it?
There's that Retro 3 was today.
Oh, yeah.
The
Isn't
rare
that
air.
the rare air?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll
Rare
have
3.
those random drops throughout.
Oh, wait. I stand corrected. You took off because of the Halloween movies.
No, yes, that I
And
did.
then
Oh,
motherfucker got pissed off.
On a random Tuesday.
No, actually,
Yeah, on
no.
Tuesday.
It was like
That
Wednesday.
that one that I took off, I had it was the new It because me and Jimmy went and seen it, and then we went to B-Dubs afterwards. But I had seen it the previous night before because Brittany wanted to go, and I'm like, well, I'm going with Jimmy tomorrow on a Tuesday, and I'm like, I really don't want to, go and see it without him. But I was like,
Horror movie on a Tuesday?
because nobody will be in the theater
I guess.
at 12:30. Nobody will be in the theater.
And
I
like,
can't.
usually am.
And
Because
it's
I
only
wanna-
like $5, so that's what.
Well, plus, too, I want to be when I want to sit there and I want to watch it. I want to
Yeah.
be a crowd of people and sitting there like kids making noises and things like that because you guys know those are my movies. I want to sit there and watch
I don't
them.
know,
and critique
man.
them.
When I
You know what I'm saying?
saw Endgame in theaters with Marcus and Timmy, and that shit was filled. And that shit got hype as fuck.
Oh, I figured.
When that motherfucker caught his hammer and he turned around, we was all like, oh! Then when he fucking the door opened, he saw Black Panther. I fucking slapped popcorn out some lady's hand. I didn't know the bitch. I didn't even know her. I couldn't even tell you
That's like
what her eye color was. I don't know what the fuck who she was, but she understood. She understood.
That's what happened with Toby when I watched.
No Way Home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
when Toby
when
Maguire.
Toby came out and then Andrew Garfield,
Yeah.
they all like lost it. They were like literally cheering. Like I was like, where am
I was excited for it
Which
too.
I mean, I was cool with it, but I'm talking like the whole theater was
Yeah,
like
it's-
clapping their hands, like you thought you were at a like football game.
Yeah,
That's
Because
the way
it
they were
really is
acting.
an iconic moment.
It
though,
is,
you know
but
what I mean?
it's funny. You go with the right person, it's funny as shit. Like my
Yeah.
wife doesn't watch shit. If it ain't a murder documentary,
They're probably like, what is
Hey.
going on?
so
now?"
she literally goes to like she'll go like she went and watched. I took my goddaughter to watch the latest Godzilla Kong movie
Okay.
because she loves Godzilla. I love Godzilla. It works out. So I'm like, oh, we're going to go watch Godzilla together. And she's like, I want to go. I was like, you don't know anything about it. Yeah, I do. I'll be fine. She's like, well, what's the big monkey about? I said, that's fucking King Kong. What do you mean? You don't know what King Kong is? Well, why are they fighting? I was like, I'm not doing it. You're not going to ask me a question every 2 seconds during this movie.
Oh no.
Well, she was like, well, why does he shoot fire? I'm like, it's not fire. It's atomic energy. Well, why does he have atomic energy? I was like, because Japan got nuked. Why did we nuke Japan? I was like, because of the war. Which war? What did we do? like, we're going way deep in the rabbit hole. I can't keep answering all this shit. But when you go to the right person, because when I watched it with her, Spider-Man, she didn't understand why there was 3 Spider-Men. Yeah, dude, it was fucking hilarious. Yeah. She's like, well, why are they all dressed like Spider-Man? Because like, they're all Spider-Man. But they're different people, right? I was like, no, they're all Peter Parker.
Yeah.
She's like,
it's the multiverse.
And she gotta
understand the multiverse.
I was like, that was fun though.
But I mean, it takes them into a deep like hole because they're just asking question after question, just needing to know every answer. And of course, obviously, you're watching a movie. You're just like, no.
Nah, yeah,
not right now.
Dude, the amount of classics she hasn't seen is hilarious. Like, I mean, I could name them off all day. You'd be stunned.
Is it like Phil?
Probably.
Phil has.
Well, at least she has you there to be able to teach her those classes.
Yeah.
How have you never seen Ghostbusters though?
You've never seen Ghostbusters?
Yeah, I have.
You have seen that one?
Yeah.
I thought you didn't like at one point.
No, there was
me
some,
that was
no, I
one.
had seen Ghostbusters.
I was about to say, how you not see Ghostbusters?
Like you're talking about the original.
Yeah, the original.
The originals,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, there was a couple others that
I've never seen
Which ones? Name 2, like, because I've probably asked you, but I can't think.
I've never seen the one that came out a couple years ago. It was all girls. I've never seen that one.
Terrible.
Was it terrible?
I seen it. It was all right.
And I've never seen the one that just came out. I think last year. It was like Frozen Empire.
See, I like the 2 they did.
I seen the first one. I seen the Afterlife. I never seen
Frozen Empire.
Yeah,
I like both.
I've seen the
those,
first.
actually.
I haven't
I
seen the
actually
second one.
I see your girl even said it. Brittany said you liking the classics.
I don't know.
Man.
See, but there's a couple like John Hughes movies I haven't seen that you are a fan of.
Which one?
You're gonna have to name some.
Well, like Pretty in Pink or something?
Never seen it. 16 Candles. Never seen
16
it.
Candles.
You never seen 16 Candles?
Man, out of the 2 though, I mean, I can understand like the Pretty in Pink, like.
You never seen 16 Candles?
No.
That one I feel like everyone's seen that one.
Sorry.
Not Phil though.
Not Phil.
Not me.
That means you're gonna have to.
Brittany says you don't watch Marvel movies at all.
I don't.
That's bullshit. And there's Co. Hey, Co. What's going on, Co?
No.
Was that Robbie? What's
Yeah.
up, Robbie? Thanks for
You
joining.
never seen a Marvel movie?
Just depends.
What do you mean just a
Just
name off
depends.
one that you seen?
Have you watched Thor?
I've seen Spider-Man.
Everyone's seen Spider-Man.
Which one though?
That's like saying you've seen Jesus.
Like-
Everyone's done that. Like, you've seen Jesus.
Like Tobey Maguire?
Yes.
Like those.
Like,
You haven't
fucking
watched,
Nickelback
like-
singing the song.
Yes.
I played it. That's my ringtone for you.
Is it really?
I believe so. Because you saved the city. That winter was rough, man. I didn't know. We wouldn't have made it without you.
Look at this photograph.
Did you find Venom in the
Never seen it.
the sewage streets?
Oh, yeah.
I've seen some shit.
We all have. We both have. I've been covered in.
Now,
Yeah.
see, there's one time I was on the
We're
Super
really
Bowl.
going to go down.
No, we're going. I have to because it's one of the funniest Phil moments I've ever seen in my life. We're on this job in our beauty park and we're running the flush up this thing. Phil's down there. He's 10 to 2. You know what I'm saying? He's fucking John on. We're gonna get this done today, boys. We're gonna get it done. And I'm sitting there, and I think it was Arthur running the flush, and he starts back flushing, like pulling the thing down. Water hose come back. I'm like, and there was another guy. I can't remember whose name. So I was like, hey Phil, you might want to get back. He's still standing by the hole. Hey Phil, you might want to get back. Still staring right at the motherfucker, not blank enough. And hey Phil, before I can finish the sentence, a big old wave of this shit water takes him out. He goes flying back. He looks up at me and says, "Can you believe that fucking happened?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I can believe it happened. I fucking told you for 5 minutes straight to get the fuck away from the hole."
Oh my god.
Is that factual?
Are you done?
Or is it factual then? Was that a true story? Did that happen?
Yes, I got covered.
Yes.
Are you done?
I'm just saying.
All right, thank you.
I'm just saying.
Anyway.
I'm just fucking saying.
Okay. I digress. We're going to move on to the next subject.
I'm just saying.
This next subject,
Shit tsunami.
yes.
My boy RJ over here is going to be
What?
We're going to dive into music on this one.
Music.
Okay. And I got a question for RJ because this one right here always raises some questions.
What do you mean?
Wait, what?
Favorite rap artist of all time?
Of all
And
time.
yes, you have to answer this question. Death is not an option.
I mean, so.
And I mean, I knew you were going to say it.
Tupac's going to be my favorite regardless. But I will say, since I've gotten to grow with Nas is like my second favorite artist.
Nas is a good artist.
But I feel like sometimes he's right there with Tupac now because I actually got to grow up with his music, whereas Tupac died before. Like, I was like 3 when he died. So it's different when music comes out and you get to like grow with it. You know what I mean?
No, it checks out. It makes sense.
So,
I mean,
but it's like right there. Sometimes I'm like,
Nas or
man, I
Tupac.
kind of feel like
Like-
Nas is like, it's like 1A, 1B
No, it's not.
Which album was your favorite?
from Tupac.
Yes.
Me Against the World. It always will be.
See, and he said that with conviction. Like he didn't even pause, not
My
nothing.
favorite song
He
is-
just
That's
he knew that.
You gotta believe in yourself.
See,
You gotta,
and that's why, like, I asked RJ because RJ seriously has like an absurd amount of knowledge in hip hop. Like when him and Marcus were sitting there talking at Football Sundays, like Marcus was getting impressed because he knows, like RJ knows his stuff. Daryl does too. Like, don't get me wrong.
I was about to say, you're shitting on Daryl.
To be honest, Daryl probably knows more.
Like I already know. Like I could probably mention Daryl's favorite artist, like without him even saying a word.
All right, go ahead.
Big Pun.
Hey, look at that!
Easy.
Dude, I named my cat that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got this
Really?
fat ass cat named him Big Pun. No shit, look at that. That man, that's crazy. That's
Daryl's Puerto Rican.
okay. I mean, damn, Phil. Who's
Yeah,
your
that's-
favorite rapper? I don't know an Italian rapper.
Oh,
For real?
That's the logic you need to use there.
For real, we
That's
don't.
like-
Frank
I'm just
Sinatra. Said Frank Sinatra.
Oh yeah.
Was it Pitbull? No, he's not.
Hey,
That's
remember
not-
love and marriage,
Puerto Rican
love
too, isn't he?
and marriage. And he rhymed there. Go together like a horse and carriage.
I think he is.
I believe
I
Pitbull is
believe
Puerto
he is.
Rican.
Isn't Pitbull Puerto Rican?
I think he's Cuban, to be honest.
Mr.
No,
Warlock.
he's right. He is
He
Cuban.
kind of does look Cuban. He looks like Fat
He's
Joe,
Cuban.
like the way the
I'm gonna look it up
Like,
just
I
for
mean,
the fact
well,
that
like-
it's not like, you know what I mean? Like, I guess the structure.
To go back to your question,
RJ's like, they all look the same.
is this what we doing?
I didn't say
Is
it.
this what we doing?
RJ felt it though.
Yes.
Wait, what is it?
It says known as American rapper, single, and then was born in Miami, Florida, with parents who are Cuban. So
He's Cuban.
He's Cuban.
Yeah.
I knew he's.
It's that bald head.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's
Look
how it
at Fat Joe. He's got a bald head too.
Man, I think Pitbull.
Think like a cue ball.
I hate Pitbull. I think that's the most Walmart sounding rap I've ever heard in my life.
I agree.
Like, it's
Honestly,
just
I
trash.
totally agree with you.
That's
Like,
trash.
I never
I
liked
only like
Pitbull
one
either.
song from him. That's it. And I wish I knew the title of it, and I don't.
Oh, it's Bad Bunny I was thinking of. He's Puerto Rican.
Yes,
Mhm.
that he is.
Bad Bunny, that's my boy right
What
now.
about Sean Paul?
I was late to the
Was
party.
I?
Sean Paul, he hit for me back in the day.
When temperature hit, that shit was a slap.
That was a summer classic.
I was on the tennis courts.
That was
Trying to go on the stage like with that temperature on. I'm trying to win that
was
shit.
a summer classic.
Easily.
If I had to pick a favorite rapper of mine,
What's gonna be in there?
no.
Keith Sweat.
Keith Sweat ain't no rapper,
I know.
but don't be dissing the
I
truth
know.
like that, all right?
I thought you'd put him in there.
I'm gonna say Lloyd Banks. Like I've always been a fan of Lloyd Banks. Always have. Always will be. Even like with the G Unit days to his single days.
That is such a
like
crazy pick.
I
respect it.
I
I don't mind Lloyd Banks.
No, I don't mind it,
I
but-
don't know his discography.
Nah,
like that.
you don't know one of the best.
I've always been a
punchline
fan of
rappers.
G Unit as a whole.
Yeah.
Like G Unit as a whole.
That's a crazy
When
pick.
it was,
So that's-
when 50 wasn't going crazy, pissing on people all the time. Young Buck is very underrated.
No, I'm just
in
gonna
my
say,
opinion.
I understand why 50 got shot that many times. He just be talking shit.
He just be talking mad shit.
Like, after a while, you just asking for it.
And then Lloyd Banks and Tony Yayo, I mean, he had a couple good songs, but, other than that, because you always got that one person in the group that's ass and everybody else is good around you. So we get it.
I mean,
Oh, wait,
personally,
who's that in this group?
Me.
Damn, Phil, you gotta hype yourself up, baby. What
I
you doing?
Phil just didn't want to answer it.
He's like, I'm just not saying anybody else. But now, Lloyd Banks was easily the best rapper in G Unit, in my opinion, though. Easily the best rapper. He
You
just
wanna
dropped
go.
another album.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good. I got kids. It's cool.
I know you do now.
I go put my business out there.
But
He just dropped another album, right?
Lloyd Banks?
Yeah. I haven't listened
you
to it
listen
yet.
to
Have
it?
you listened to it?
Not yet. I haven't.
How's it gonna be here?
Because it was actually a series that he dropped.
Ooh, that's an interesting question. Brittany as best female rapper.
It's Lauryn Hill.
That's
Not
mine.
even close.
That's mine too.
I don't care what
Easily.
anyone says, and I'll stand by
Even
it.
though she's only
Wait,
on one album.
Okay, look. This guy.
album.
No, I know.
He got that one. She got the one album. It's a damn good
Lauryn
album.
Hill.
It's a damn good album, but she been milking that one album for
But
a long fucking time.
Did you hear her on the Nas album?
Yeah.
She did a verse on it.
Nobody.
It just reminded me that she's still that now.
I
I
don't
wish
care.
she didn't leave the game
I don't
so
care what
early.
anyone says. I'll
But
say
No,
it.
I ain't arguing. It's a good argument. She's a hell of an
The
artist.
score.
But
We can go with the score too, though. Even
Oh,
though
I
it's the
love
group, but the Fugees.
Yeah, but she.
Okay, that okay.
But I don't care what anyone
But
says.
I mean,
dude.
she was the one on that album easily. You know what I'm saying? Very creative.
You guys
Love
are-
verse. How
you guys are
versatile
big
it is.
movie guys. I'm music guys. You ever listen to Snow the Product?
Yes.
I think she's fantastic. I think right now, like, out of the modern rappers that are female rappers that are out right now, I love Snow
See,
the
he,
Product.
he knows a little bit more modern, but
Yeah, I'm a
Read
little bit.
Jimmy is right.
what?
This
Jimmy is right.
Pop, no woo.
no
Oh,
woo, no woo. Okay.
Everybody's favorite Woo album is gonna be 36
36
Chambers,
Chambers.
and mine is always gonna be
Liquid
Wu-Tang
Swords.
Forever?
Nope, Wu
Ah!
Forever.
Okay. Hey,
That's because when that album came
I love
out.
Liquid Swords.
No, that don't get me wrong. That's
Right?
Yeah.
easily a classic.
No,
Isn't that the Jizz
it's
album?
I thought it was RZA.
Is it Jizz or RZA?
I
always forget.
I always get me.
RZA.
I know.
I'm pretty sure it's RZA.
Is it RZA?
Now you got me questioning everything.
No.
But nah,
Jimmy
Wu Tang
might
Forever.
It's one or
It was
the
just
other.
that album and Ready to
Probably.
Die. It was just both of those
It's
were the
Jizza.
two playing.
It is RZA.
Okay.
Okay.
It's easily the best album in my opinion, but a lot of my stuff that I love the most, not always their best, but it's always gonna be what hits me the most to home. I was in high school, I was listening to that joint plus the Ready to Die album, and easily the two that were switched back and forth my CD player.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I mean, the Wu, you gotta put respect on Wu. Everybody loves Wu Tang. If you do not like Wu Tang, you do not like rap. That's a fact.
I mean, that easily. I mean, they're definitely the best group. I mean, I'm waiting for that next album. You know, they're coming out with a new album.
I heard
too.
that. I wonder how they're going to do that because Old Dirty's been dead.
Yeah.
So the two, because they have a
Well, they
track
dropped
listing. Yeah,
a
they
couple of
dropped two
songs too. Yeah.
They're pretty good.
Who's your favorite Wu Tang member?
Method Man. It's easy to say him, you know what I mean? Though I love them all individually. It's just something about Method Man.
I always go Ghostface
That's
or Spectre.
Yes.
Those
There's
are always-
no lie. Like there's no lie. There's not
Yeah.
one terrible rapper on that roster. Anybody you say is always gonna be
Honestly,
acceptable.
It's probably the least. I think I love his voice though, partly, but he can spit too. Is RZA?
No, that's fair.
To be
Oh, but
honest
he's
with you, I love
Bobby
RZA.
Digital.
I love his
Who's
like,
your,
just
favorite?
his voice. Like I can't.
Who's your
I'll
favorite?
probably say Method Man too.
Oh, yeah, that's never wrong.
But I love Meth. Like anytime his voice hits a track. Though I mean, you can't.
No,
help
I
but
just
be
spaced
like-
out. I spaced out for this.
That's
Like, I
what I'm
love
saying.
meth. And I was like,
Stop.
I was like, damn. Oh, you meant meth, man. I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn.
Wasn't Busta Rhymes part of that too as well?
No.
Nah,
For
he
some
had.
reason, I thought
He
he
was wow.
It's
I know
it
the
is.
name.
Oh, so I got confused.
I was
there.
just
For some
Flip
reason,
mode,
I thought he
Flip
was.
mode.
Okay.
So what about? So personally, one of
He's
my
DMX.
favorite albums,
DMX.
it's
Rest
Dark and
in
Hell is
peace.
Hot. It's
Another
still
one.
my
Rest
favorite
in
record.
peace, DMX.
That's RJ's boy.
I've seen DMX.
Yeah, I missed.
I got to see.
That's RJ's
I
boy
missed
right
him
there.
by
There.
2 minutes. He was at the fucking
Subway.
yeah.
So
I heard about it.
when
I
he went
live
back
up
to
the
New
street
York or
from
whatever,
there.
and then he did his tour for 20 years of It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Me and him went up to Pittsburgh in a nightclub and saw him play.
No shit. That's
Like
awesome.
we were like this close. From
And
it.
I'm not
No-
even.
no
it was
joke.
like from me to you. Like it was just a small like little space.
RJ was
nothing.
like, he was rapping with me, yo. He was rapping.
He
He
was
was
rapping.
rapping a lot, guys. And I was like, we was
'Cause I
rapping
know all
together.
his
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing.
And
like,
he's on point. Every
got that-
single song there wasn't a skip beat. He was rapping like he was performing.
I got that.
I
You
love-
got
I
that
just love
Christmas
that.
classic of Rudolph.
Oh, I love that joint. Yeah, that's the best Christmas song. And it's I don't. So who was? So you said what was your favorite DMX album?
It's still gonna be It's Dark and Hell is Hot.
It's
My second is probably, and then there was X.
See, that's gonna
Then
be.
it's probably followed by Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood.
Do you have one?
I don't have a favorite album of his, but I have a favorite song of his.
Which one?
Oh god, my mind just went like, what was it? Party up in here.
Party up in here.
Yeah,
Party.
it has.
Yeah.
I quote.
X gonna give it.
I
to
say
you.
I say it to my wife all the time. I'll be like, I love my baby mama. I'll never let it go.
Go.
She has no idea. She has no idea.
You quoting that?
She's like, oh, you're so sweet. I'm like,
You don't even get it.
that's like,
What about for you?
Probably X gonna give it to you.
ooh, look at her cut with the
Well,
Easy E and
we
Ice
already know
Cube
what mine
reference.
is. We've
Good
talked
for him.
about this.
And then too, like it was on one of my favorite Friday movies.
Mhm.
Friday After Next, whenever they're in the party, and then Pinky comes in and starts playing some DMX. Like I've always loved that. Like,
They said your cousin. Good, you fired. You fired 2 roads.
That's what I do.
It don't fucking matter. Fucking Co out here with the Easy E and Ice Cube. That's a nice Easy. God rest his.
So I do like Ice
I
Cube,
like
but I've
Ice
never
Cube.
been a
Ice Cube,
big fan
it's
of
Lethal
like
Injection.
Easy and
If you
them
want-
and stuff like that. Not saying that their music isn't good. It's just I never listened to them.
Lethal
like that,
Injection is
honestly.
my favorite album from Ice Cube.
Bro, if Marcus was
Honestly.
in here, I swear to God.
I've been enjoying his newest album though. I still haven't fully finished it all. But
That was like his, I think, 3rd or 4th album. Lethal Injection is my favorite Ice Cube album.
Shit,
I don't know everything Ice Cube, but I know like his first 4 records and then the last 2 he's put out. And they were okay. The last 2 are all right. It is what it is. Like I didn't get too big into the new one that he just did.
But he has some bangers.
I'll tell you,
Oh,
all
no,
I like
I
about
like
the
Ice
Ice T
Cube
album.
actually.
So who would you say is the general GOAT right now? Overall, who's number 1? Not just saying your personal opinion, but what do you think, like as a vote, everyone would feel? You know what I'm saying?
Like right in this modern age or of all time?
I would say the all time.
Ugh.
All time.
Okay, so you want my personal opinion on it?
Yeah, but like not like your favorite, but like what do you think
Everyone
should agree
probably
on? Like who is the GOAT, the greatest of all time? You know, it should be neutral.
I hate to say it, but because I don't personally like a lot of his later
You're gonna
stuff,
say, I know.
but it's Eminem. Like those, they're probably going to say that. But in my opinion, I don't. I think people think that, but I just think his records have not been that good
Okay,
in
let
the
me-
last like 10 years.
They definitely have fallen off for sure.
Let me-
Even though Daryl,
I love his
his
last
just
album.
don't think
I
it's that
enjoyed
good.
it
Like, I just
personally.
don't think it's that good.
I'm gonna say,
It's the delivery.
in my personal opinion, not of all time, but not for everybody. For me,
Mhm.
if there's 2 artists I think of when I think of up there, like way up there, 2 best rappers, and both of them are kind of underrated in my opinion. Lupe Fiasco.
That's a great one.
I
That's a
think so.
very good
And-
rapper.
Me personally, Andre 3000.
Another great
That,
rapper.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to say Andre
when-
for sure.
When
Like,
you
it's
start
like
talking
both
about
of
those
them,
rappers, those guys are so deep. They're in their own world. There's no category. Like
Did you
can't
listen to Lupe's
compare
album that came out last year?
I did not.
I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. It's great.
I
You mix
honestly,
that like jazz into it, so it's
Yeah.
great. It's fantastic.
I'm gonna have to
I
check
just
it out
haven't
for
listened
sure.
to anything. Honestly, it's been a while since I've listened to his stuff, probably since Lasers.
That's
So
What was it?
that was
I think
like
the album
2011.
after that
though.
was
like
what,
I
The
haven't
Cool?
really. But
Mhm,
I was
The Cool.
never.
That was like that was the
The
album
Cool.
that I actually listened
The other
to
one,
that
Liquor.
really opened my
Oh,
eyes.
Liquor or something like that.
something like that. It's
That's another early.
fucking
Liquor.
art. It was just art. Straight up
Yeah,
art.
I like him, but
Very-
I never
very
really got into him, I
underrated.
guess you would say like that.
No, it's-
But he's good. I respect him. I've
But
listened
you
to some
ever
of his
notice
stuff.
a lot of the really good rappers? Like, I mean, he is like those two are just unearthly talents. Like something you don't see. Very
Yeah, it's
often
like
that
once
come
in
up.
a.
You know what I mean? And yet they don't get the
Yeah.
love and respect. They go
You know
underground.
someone
more.
I like though a lot, and it's out of Bone Thugs, is Lazy Bone.
Hey, that's a good.
I
I
Lazy
like that.
Bone.
That's a good pick.
I
He's
know
another
my
one.
cousin, the huge Bone Thugs
I
fan.
like
Growing up. I
dude,
mean,
the Art of War album. It's their
Bone
best
Thugs was
album.
the shit.
That double disc album back to back.
They had one with Tupac.
Yeah, with Thug
They-
Love.
I saw one of the most disrespectful things on Facebook I've ever seen in my life. It's like, what's the better rap group? It had Migos,
okay, that's out.
Wu-Tang,
Win.
and I can't remember what the third one was, but the fact that Migos was even in, I was like, what millennial motherfucker wrote this?
But it's definitely the new age will actually say
They
that
gotta
they
say that.
are
It's great.
amazing.
They're good, but they're not Wu-Tang caliber.
They're not even in the same category as like Mobb Deep.
No, I agree. It's like they're good mindless.
I love
It's
Mobb Deep.
mindless. It's fun to listen to mindless rap sometimes. Like sometimes you just want to hear
Yeah.
about not even gangbanging, just money and bitches. That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's all it is. Whereas Wu-Tang
There's
is
no
like,
substance to it, yeah.
I mean, the natural raw sounds, you know what I'm saying, that RZA is coming up with for a lot of them. I mean, the lyrical content, I mean, it's just untouchable. And I mean, to have that many people on a roster to be able to work together and be able to produce a song the way they have. And I mean, bar for bar, I mean, they're just, Migos couldn't touch.
no, it was so quick. It was so, no, that was the other one. It was Migos. You're gonna laugh at how ridiculous this is. Migos, then there was Wu-Tang, then it was Outkast. And I'm like, why is the Migos even in this?
Well, Outkast, now if you
blows
start.
them away by a landslide too. It's not-
Like that's what I mean. Like it's like you put Wu-Tang and
what?
Outkast, and I'm like, okay, that's a good argument.
Now,
You
that's
put
a
the
good argument,
you put the
Outkast.
Migos in it. It's so
Yeah.
stick. Like, why are they even there? It doesn't
Like-
make sense.
If you put Migos and Outkast, honestly, personally, I wouldn't be mad if you said Outkast, or I wouldn't be mad if you said Wu-Tang.
I
You know what I
love
mean?
Outkast.
I can go. I'm cool with either one that you pick. I'd respect that opinion. But to put Migos in that category, they're different. You know what I'm saying?
It's not
They
the same style.
No,
Right.
not at all. And I mean, and Outkast is honestly so unique in their own. There's nobody out there that's been like them either. You know what I mean? That's wild.
Yeah,
Wow.
it blew my mind when I was like, what the who made this? It was so stupid.
You said, "Oh no, we ain't even talking about him, the rainbow hair guy."
Tekashi said,
That's just somebody screaming on the mic, yelling at people with random words. That's my personal opinion. And you got Eminem. They said Eminem.
So I would say Dre.
old school Eminem.
Now,
Dr.
okay, here's
Marshall Mathers. LP.
here's an interesting opinion. I think you all agree with me. Dre's a better producer than he is a
100%.
rapper.
100%. But like
He had a couple.
but
He had a couple
he
bangers.
has had
He has bangers.
people written for him
Did
too.
you
You
listen
know what
to
I'm
the
saying?
Compton album though?
Yeah.
In 2017?
Yeah, it was-
that Compton album's good. I don't care.
No, it's. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying
No, I
as
know what
a
you mean.
producer, he's.
No, I get that. Yeah.
He's one of the top ones.
He
Not my
might be.
favorite.
He might be the top one. He's a hell of a
He's
producer.
probably the most well known, but in my opinion, he's not the top
Well,
one.
who's your favorite producer?
It would be either DJ Premier or Alchemist.
Ooh,
Those are my
Damn.
two top
Damn.
favorite
okay.
producers.
Damn, I'm coming here with knowledge, Phil. What you? What the fuck? We should have hung out a long time ago. What are you? You fuckers know what they're talking
That's
about.
why I told you.
That's fucking.
But also, too, you got to give Dre his props because if it wasn't for Dre, you wouldn't have certain people in the game.
No, nobody's knocking
Like
that.
I'm not saying they're knocking, but like certain people, like you wouldn't have, like if it wasn't for Dre, you wouldn't have like. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like him. Like you wouldn't have 50 Cent. Like, and then Eminem
Well,
found
put-
50 Cent.
Put it
So,
to
I
you
mean-
this way, in RJ's eyes, it's gonna be a different opinion, but in my eyes, Good Kid, Mad City was Kendrick's best album, and who produced it?
Okay, now we're getting. Okay, here we go. This
It's like
might-
I love
Good
that
Kid,
album.
Mad City is one of the best rap albums I've ever heard in my life. Only topped by one other album. You know what it is?
Whatever.
To Pimp a Butterfly. That shit is insane.
He hates it.
I
All
love
of
it.
humanity hates it. I
But
swear.
it's not
When
a
it came
hate.
out, no
It's
one
just
liked it.
my thing is.
Yeah, but now they look back on it
he-
retrospect and they're like,
and
well,
he's been telling me I need to go back and
I'm
listen
telling
to
you,
it
because
again.
for a long time, like I kept listening to it and listening to it, and I was like, the more I listened to it, because it didn't catch me right off, but the more you listen to it and you dive deeper into it, it's so much deeper than what you think. And in my opinion, it's not even just about if you're not into the black culture thing, whatever. But it's even deeper than just black culture. It's just like the way the government controls like society. I'm telling you. And
his
just
level-
dude, what's it? No, this guy gets it. Holy shit.
I mean, imagine
he
me coming
one of my
out to
favorites of
to
Kendrick.
West Virginia, right?
Mhm.
And you don't meet a lot of people like you guys are into music like that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, more lyrical, more actual, real talent.
Well,
And then to meet him, when I first met him, it was like a blessing in disguise because the first rapper I think we connected with was Nas, wasn't it? Like
I
that.
think
That
it was
we
like
kind
Nas and Big or something.
Yeah,
I was
and
playing
he
like
started-
Ready to Die
Dude,
album one
listen,
day.
I don't
Ain't
get
wrong
this.
with that.
I don't get that around here, especially around here. You know how it is. Like you don't get that very often. It's like, damn, these are my people. They get it. This guy gets it. Because that album, I'm telling you, I
That
picked the
album's
butterfly.
amazing. It
And he
really
got
is.
that. He
I
got a
even said
Pulitzer
that.
Prize for fucking damn. That's a good album, but
It is, but I
the Pimp the Butterfly
I think it might be
shit
better
on that.
now. I really do think it might be better.
It's 100% better. It's not even a competition. That album,
And I like Damn.
I could listen to that album back to back, and I was like, damn, this motherfucker went insane. And I think he named his album Damn because he went back and listened to Pimp the Butterfly. I was like, damn, I'm never going to beat that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Rodney. What a dude, Rodney. That's my boy Rodney. He's cool. And he's
Timbaland's the best out. I'm gonna assume producer, which is I'm
Yeah,
not mad at that.
He's
He's good.
valid.
I mean,
I'm
I-
going to
not-
make good beats.
Not
But he's
mad
more
at
on
that.
your
at all.
what, like pop side mainly, kind of.
Man,
More
he got
R&B.
me. Wait a
He
minute.
is.
But I feel like
he
he's
is.
a little
He's
bit of-
probably
I feel
someone
like he's
you
in
don't
the
really.
middle, like,
Yeah, Rodney,
in the
yeah,
middle of
Rodney,
both.
Rodney.
Yeah,
He
my
does
boy Rodney.
everything.
Yeah, my
He
boy.
doesn't
Shit,
just
what up,
do
Rodney?
pop,
That's
he
my
does-
boy Rodney.
He
Dog
does
right
hip hop.
there.
He does pop. Like he'll literally touch anything. He's
So he's versatile.
talented. Yes.
He definitely see he
He is
acknowledged it too. They definitely he's gone outside of rap. I mean, he did Justin Timberlake shit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I feel like when I was
And
growing
I
up,
and I
that's when
like
knew,
some
like,
JT.
the Justin
Like
Timberlake.
I like
And
Justin Timberlake.
I'm like, I always liked his beats and stuff like that.
No, it is nasty. One of my favorite beats from him, I always
Ooh, I
remember
know.
because of just memories in the past, will always be Indian Flute. That beat, Indian Flute beat that he did. That's
He
just so
sampled-
raw.
That one song he did, it's a kind of a broke ass Buster song. It's fucking funny. I can't remember the name of it right now. But the whole song's like, I ain't got no money, I ain't got no car, but I'll still treat you good. It's like, damn, bro, you're right. That's a song for me. But he sampled, I can't remember what he sampled Justin Timberlake in the song, which makes sense because it was a sample of his sample. But he also took the sword sound effect from Dragon Ball when Trunks uses a sword
Yeah.
in the beginning of that song, and it's like, yeah, we all nerds out here. If you really think about it, it all connects.
Oh, yeah.
It always
It's a
connects.
full circle.
It always makes a full circle.
Yep. It was
I got-
nice to hear too that I heard because you know.
He's not a producer. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I love me some T-Pain.
Yeah, rap.
I like T-Pain. Like
I
that.
definitely
He's an
enjoyed.
R&B
But
artist
technically
that dabbles into rap. Rodney.
Somewhere in
Is
his
T-Pain a
Kansas.
rapper?
He just said T-Pain. That's fucking funny.
I always feel like more of an R&B guy myself.
He does not only produce everywhere from country to K-pop.
Nice.
T-Pain is, I mean,
I think T-Pain's more of an R&B artist that raps sometimes.
but have you
That's-
heard him
That's
without
kind of how I
auto-tune?
feel.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
no, it's arguing.
But I'm like, but
Yeah.
T-Pain has got he's got a wide range of talents that he can do.
he's a funny motherfucker too.
And plus, dude, that's the other thing. Like, you can relate. Like, T-Pain's a hell of a gamer. Like, he has his own fucking stream for gaming.
Yep, on Twitch. I watch it. It's fucking funny as hell.
I mean, dude's hilarious. And plus, too, everybody loves his songs. Like, dude had bangers back in the day.
Clubhouse bang.
Like rapper
Yeah.
turned singer. Like, come on. Like, I mean, that just some of his albums are some of like the best in my, not like, you know, the best in my opinion, but
he's
they're
more
good.
than a rapper or an R&B singer. I consider him an artist and someone that he can really.
But that's also
he
hard
can-
to
if
find
he
these days for
wanted to,
people.
I believe he can do pop
He
songs,
going-
not
he-
necessarily
oh, yeah.
do it
Fucking Rob is
himself.
putting out the
but
truth
write it
about
out
He
for
knows,
people,
he knows
you know
his
what I'm
shit
saying?
about T-Pain. He's going off.
I think T-Pain's
What'd he
very
say?
versatile.
He's prolific and then crazy with the pen. I wouldn't call him MC, but I'm not gonna disagree if someone says he is.
That's basically what I'm saying.
But like you said,
He's a good artist.
he's
Like,
a hell of an
I
artist.
just think he,
And that's hard for people to say that somebody is, because you always
Well,
got
he
like,
wrote
well,
Phil's
this
theme
person
song.
strict.
well, to be honest
I'm
with
in
you,
love with
that's
We're also talking about the same guy that rhymed mansion with Wisconsin.
Did you see that? That takes talent.
It does. I love T-Pain.
He
Because the dude is unapologetic for what he does, like how he dresses and what he does. Like, dude, he is his own person.
But
Like,
see, I've always looked at T-Pain as far as the enjoyment side of it. I know he does more than that, but I mean, to me, it was his club bangers that what I enjoyed.
of
the
course,
most.
and like everybody
easily
knows
is-
T-Pain because of his club banging.
You go in the club and hear T-Pain, it's gonna get weird.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm just
going
going
on.
I believe even if you play it in the new for the new age, they still enjoy it just as much.
Damn, look, he said you spitting.
They're spitting.
I'm just saying.
God,
Like,
that's a compliment. That's a compliment, Phil. What the fuck?
no, I'm just saying, like Rodney, I appreciate that, but like T-Pain really doesn't get much love anymore. Like, yeah, he hasn't come out with anything in a while, and I get that.
Yeah.
Fucking Rodney, he
But
didn't
the
understand the compliment. He's like, I am spitting, bro. Like fucking whoop his fucking pants.
But T-Pain don't get no love no more. Like, I mean, yeah, he hasn't come out with none in a while, and he needs to. He should. Like, him and Lil Wayne definitely should have came out with that T-Wayne album. And I'm not talking now. I'm talking like back in the day when they was talking about dropping
the
it.
T-Wayne album that never
We
happened.
needed the
When-
Joel Santana.
whenever that was gonna get
album.
hot,
that was the one that I
Because
needed.
that was going to be fire, in my opinion. That T-Wayne album could have been fire.
It would've been
Because
crazy.
Lil Wayne done straight fell off the face of God's green creation right now.
No, he's actually coming out with a new album soon.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Who?
That's what
Wayne.
I say every
Yeah.
time when I hear
Dude, listen,
someone say that.
let's be honest. That boy's burnt out on the league.
Yes, he
has.
He's done.
He ain't what he was 15 years ago. Not even
Last-
close.
The last good thing he
I
ever did,
don't
in my
agree.
opinion,
I
is
do
No
not
Ceilings
agree.
mixtape.
What?
So the last good thing I think Wayne ever did was No Ceilings mixtape, in my opinion.
Oh, No Ceilings was fire.
And that's
Okay.
it.
But also, too, like, Sorry for the Wait was only like a 9-song album.
See, I just
Murdered every single one of them.
I
Rodney
couldn't
says
get on
T-Pain
that.
makes more money streaming now than he would ever.
I believe he does.
I believe that.
That's what he does.
But he's entertaining
Yeah.
when he streams as well. I've never watched. the
Have you
live or
seen
anything,
Dude's
but I've seen
setup?
I've seen
Like,
videos. and
I got
stuff.
this broke ass set up right here, and T-Pain's living like, I mean, he got everything that he could ever need and want. Plus, dude, he's playing video games and getting paid for it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't blame
well,
dude.
it's easier too to play video games whenever you want.
Honestly-
He knows who you are.
Honestly,
So,
if you guys ever wanted to expand, you should do that. You should.
But we are going to be expanding. Like,
Because Twitch was always. I
Twitch,
realized was
yeah,
an
you can go on
option.
Twitch and play. I mean, imagine it, bro. You got a Switch, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Do you have a Switch? You don't have a Switch.
No.
You need to get on there one time and listen to this motherfucker when we play Mario Kart. It's hilarious. He be cussing and screaming. My personal favorite moment.
and here we go.
We're playing.
I'm going to go get something to drink.
My wife throws a green shell, hits him. He screams into the mic, screams so loud it's cutting the mic. It's like, fucking whore! Gets dead quiet. My wife, I don't think you met her, but she was really so sweet. She's like, I'm sorry. She apologized. And I was crying, laughing. Like, damn, you gonna call my wife a whore just because he hit you with a green shell in Mario Kart? Phil, what you doing?
He's competitive as hell.
He's
though.
competitive in everything.
Yeah, he really is.
It's-
Everything he does,
You ever
he
want to play
takes.
cornhole?
No, I've never actually played cornhole with him.
Cornhole it's pretty calm.
Oh, he gets. I've seen it for sure. He definitely
When
holds
him
it.
and
Which
Brian
I
were
know I'm
there during
competitive
the
too,
cookouts.
but it just depends on what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If I
that's how
know
I-
I'm good at it,
Depends on what it
I'm
is.
very competitive. I mean, easily.
I feel sorry for his neighbors over here because I know damn well
They can
They
hear it.
can't sleep at night. They be like, oh fuck, Phil's playing Mario Kart again. God damn it. Fuck.
See, now you're enticing me to go ahead and push to get the Switch or the Switch 2. I want it.
We were talking about
Now,
Phil and cornhole. That's always sorry, Phil, but it's kind of.
That's how he be. He's how he is.
it's good to
alright,
have
you're
a competitive.
No, don't get knocked
But
for
you gotta
it.
see.
But they
Sometimes-
ain't no
I ain't
holdback.
knocking
So.
it, boy. I'm just saying, call my wife a war over a green shell. It's kind of fucking funny.
I wish Marcus was in the chat right now,
Marcus,
but he ain't.
Marcus is raising his grandkids.
He a busher.
He got shit to do. He got like 18 grandkids.
Is Rodney
That's
still in the chat?
I believe so. And the number hasn't changed over there.
My man Rodney.
So your favorite R&B artist?
Oh,
He ain't got the
He's a- he's
gala
what?
on streaming setup.
Well, I know you.
Oh, my best R&B. My favorite R&B artist, Cisco, baby. Drew Hill back in the day was
Okay, is it Cisco without Drew Hill or by himself?
both. Honestly, I was like,
Both.
he made the funk song.
Dong, da, dong, dong, dong.
He made the funk song.
You see, hate it or not, my song from that album was incomplete. That song incomplete.
That's a good one.
I-
That's a good
That
one.
I'm telling you, Phil, you fuck it up. We all should have been broing out a long time ago. They get it.
No, I love that album.
Like when it comes to the old school R&B,
I actually, you want to know what's funny?
David Rock.
When I met Megan on AOL, my
The one I
thing
like
was
from
probably
that, I can't
Cisco
say.
2009 was my name.
Man, AOL, that's some shit.
That I'm talking about
Remember,
throwback.
you be arguing with girls saying like, I don't know what I'm going to do. That's a away message. Like,
people would type like songs.
The one I like, yeah, everyone's probably it's controversial.
oh, he's going to be Chris Brown.
No, I already know
No,
because he
it's
was
worse.
my favorite.
Chris
He's
Brown
my
ain't
king.
on R&B.
He's my
that's
king
way
of R&B
worse.
as
He's gonna say
well.
R.
Like,
Oh!
cause I pissed on you. Trip, trip, trip. Oh no, that's Dave
That's
Chappelle.
Dave
Oh, he
Chappelle.
said, hey, he said Chris Brown.
But I
Chris
did.
Brown is nasty.
Chris
though.
Brown's first couple albums I really liked.
Yeah, he started beating women's asses.
So Chris Brown, Usher, because I feel like that's always the two you could easily.
yeah, but Usher ain't whooping women's asses. Though.
But
like,
Yeah, but I mean,
he
like,
giving
they-
her but he ain't whooping.
Damn.
They were
Even
kind of right
still,
there for me though.
I
at
would
the same
say
time.
Usher over Chris Brown. Like just that's just me.
You gotta let
I'm
him.
gonna say
He
Usher
made him
over
let
Chris
it burn
Brown.
because he knew he was giving them gonorrhea. It was crazy.
But it doesn't matter.
That's crazy.
It's Usher. It's Usher over Chris Brown.
He knew he was going to let it burn.
In ways,
It's crazy.
I think I do like Usher a little more, even though I really like Chris Brown. Like,
I mean,
early
I
Chris
think
Usher's
that-
also been there more. He's been in the game longer than Chris
Did you
Brown.
see him at the Super Bowl dancing up on Alicia Keys? That lucky bastard. I fucking love Alicia Keys.
There was
I
a
heard
few
Alicia
times where I
was
felt
mad
like
about
she
that.
was like
I
kind of
heard
pushing
Usher
off
was
on
mad
him a little.
about that.
He
She
also-
came out and was like,
Swiss
he was
beats.
getting a little-
Yeah, I heard.
Hands, but that's because she's loyal, though. I mean, the
Dude,
way
she
the
dressed up
relation-
as beers for Halloween one year.
talk about it. 'Cause it
Dog.
Wait, what?
was- I love her
She
voice.
dressed up as who?
Beerus from Dragon Ball. Yeah, the God of Destruction. She dressed up as a. I was
No,
like,
she did.
dog, look. I mean, dude, I cried. I was like, this
So
should be
was
my
Chris
wife.
Beats like Weiss or something like that?
I don't think he dressed. That would have been funny. Like, I don't think he dressed up.
Like, something like.
Dude,
related-
Weiss gives off mad Michael Jackson energy.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't know.
You still can't take it away from him now.
Who?
Michael Jackson.
Off.
He's still the king of pop.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it is.
I mean,
See? Nah, that's crazy.
So
So fun.
So
Yeah,
fun.
that's crazy.
so fun.
still your favorite. If you're gonna go favorite R&B artist, and you're gonna ask me that, like I literally gotta say Keith Sweat. I have to.
He said I had.
I'm mad at it,
Keith,
though.
Keith Sweat is the truth. But then you got other, but you got other guys. I mean, like
It's the
I
classic
mean,
line.
Johnny Gill, Tevin Campbell. You can't forget the classics. Like those are classics.
Can't forget the classics.
You can't.
So I see he understand. He said that's crazy bad. Yeah, because fucking she's fine as fuck as beers. That's crazy.
And she did it right, though.
She did
you
it
know
right.
what I'm saying? Like, just the right amount. Enough to where you knew what she was going with it. You know what I mean?
Ooh, look at that.
Kevin Campbell has
Kevin!
in a chokehold.
I just said Tevin
Yeah, he
Campbell.
just said him.
I said Tevin Campbell. You
Dude,
gotta
I
have Tevin Campbell. You have to.
What about some Casey?
But then you also
I
one of my most favorite, and they get hated on a lot, and I don't know why.
hope it's something ridiculous.
It better not be.
What is it?
Boys to Men.
Who hates on Boys of
No,
Men?
you're gonna say I've
Boys
never
to
really-
Men is a
There
great
was a few people in
classic.
the garage that said they don't.
Yeah,
they
we
don't
grew up
like
with a bunch
Boys
of
to Men.
rednecks. What you mean?
I know, but I'm just saying.
We don't know about
like,
that culture. What
like,
you mean?
like if you don't like Boys to Men, like I know something wrong with you. Like,
If you
But
don't,
they
if you
even-
don't like Boys to Men, you can't appreciate R&B.
Like-
honestly,
like when they was like they even had like a special episode on the Fresh Prince, you know, because they're from Philadelphia.
yeah.
They did that Christmas special.
Yeah.
When they did Let
Oh,
It
you're
Snow,
talking
like bro,
He cried.
I cried because they
I hear
murdered
you.
that
And
song.
you know what's crazy? I watched a video recently of them doing like an acapella together. They still got it.
I
know
know
what?
They still-
That's funny.
just as nasty as they were. But you know how some people they lose their voice. You know, as
They did.
aging, they
Damn.
aging like
What?
fine wine.
That's a crazy man.
If crack didn't exist, Casey and JoJo goes down as the best male group
all right.
of all time.
all right. Me and Rodney about to go in here right quick. All right. He ain't wrong. Casey and JoJo, phenomenal. But I'm gonna say Jodeci would be one of the greatest of all time.
What was that one group that did that one really embarrassing song? Candy Rain. What was that's the cheesiest goddamn song I ever heard in my life.
Candy Rain is
No, I have one that's a cheesy song. It's
Oh.
not R&B, but it's a
He
dumb
agrees.
song.
Whoa, I got here. What is it?
What? I'm
Because
trying to
Candy
remember.
Rain's pretty ridiculous.
But like I said, it's not. But what's that song? The Come on, baby, let's do it. How they do.
oh,
that's
that's
Bloodhound Gang.
Yeah.
There you go. I just heard it recently, and that's the reason why.
I was gonna say that ain't
It made
R&B
me-
though.
No, that's what I said. It's not R&B, but it's just a shitty song in general, in my opinion. I mean, it was entertaining as a kid. It's like, what the hell are they doing?
That was just shit to piss off parents.
Yes.
100%.
Now I'm gonna throw this out here to Rodney because I hope to God that he understands this part. You know, I got another one in there that people don't show no love for, and that's Jagged Edge. Jagged Edge don't get no love, even though they should.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well
Jagged
throw
Edge needs to
112
be in
there,
that
too.
conversation. Rodney, please tell me I'm correct.
112
Please.
was another one that
112,
that
yeah.
was really good as
Mhm.
well.
What was that
And I
group
love
that,
Jagged Edge
What's
as
that
well.
group that Diddy made?
Oh, you're talking about
With the girls?
No, it was a boy group.
I know what you're talking about too, and I'm trying to think. It's right there, and I can't think of
See,
it.
Rodney agreed with me.
What the
I love
fuck
it.
was the
Thank
name of
you,
that group?
Rodney.
Was it
Did
B2K?
it start with a D? No, because
B2K.
B2K was with that was Omarion's group,
Hey,
right?
Yeah, that's what
hey,
Jermaine
hey,
Dupri, I'm pretty
I like
B-
Mario though.
B2K was that jam.
What the fuck was the name of that? Oh my Jesus.
I just love them in House Party movie.
Oh,
That's what every time I think of
B2K.
them, that's what I think
Bump,
of.
bump, bump. That was a jam. All right.
But I'm sorry, and I mean I know you're kind of
Jamie?
talking about groups, but and as much as crazy it is, I just keep going back and thinking I still believe, and a lot of people may agree or disagree, but I still think R. Kelly is that guy.
Dude, he made
Music is
listen,
just
listen.
that guy.
There's multiple. Let's take aside
I
the
say it
fact.
too, and-
Let's take aside the fact that
He
Well,
did
he's-
make some great
Wipe,
music.
just wipe that out.
Yeah.
No. You're completely misunderstanding what I'm saying. Let's take out the fact that he did that. That motherfucker is one of the dumbest people I've ever. If you ever listen to him talk, he can't read. Legitimately cannot read. Like that's not like he's dumb. No, he openly admits he's illiterate.
Mm-hmm.
He made a whole song. He sang a whole song trying to get motherfuckers from Africa to join a plane on him. Have you ever watched it?
No, I don't think
He was in a concert, I think, in South Africa, and he was singing into the mic saying, "You gotta get your passport, come to America with me." It is crazy that it took him this long to get arrested. He was not smart about it
No,
at all. Like it was fucking wild.
no, he was.
Like he was so blatant about it, it was fucking funny.
But that's why, like, when it comes down to it, and why it's so harsh
boy
on me,
Rodney
because
wildin'.
easily he was my favorite artist growing up, and I don't listen to his music, even though I love it.
That
It's just
a man
it's-
cold. I do the same thing. This guy gets it. As soon as
it's just-
somebody does something stupid like that, like I'll say something dumb, like I deleted off my phone. I was like, I ain't gonna
Because
support
like
this motherfucker no more.
easily, and you know what the worst part is my favorite album from his is one of the previous album had TP2.com. Like, and it's like I can't do that.
For Aaliyah, age ain't nothing but a number.
Yes.
He was literally snitching on himself blatantly, constantly, and nobody picked up on it.
But that's what pissed me off the most is the fact that all these people,
They allowed
including
it to happen
Jay-Z,
forever, so-
all these other artists,
Yeah,
that
they
were
knew.
with- they were like, oh, if he's doing it, he's R. Kelly, so it's cool. Have you ever watched any of that documentary stuff?
I watched it.
And you know what broke my heart the most was these parents that were allowing their kids just because of who he was.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. I wouldn't do it. If fucking somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, yo, I want to hang out with your daughter. I'll give you $1 million." I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you? I'm calling the cops. What are you saying?
They're literally enabling it.
Yeah,
So
it's
that's
crazy.
that's why he got away with it so long because everybody's okay with it like it's regular.
But it's a chain reaction because I remember when that all happened and it came out, which it didn't come out, just people started paying attention. I mean, Boondocks were making fun of it back in 2004.
Yeah, Boondocks.
I love
classic.
This is
Classic.
people,
Classic.
what are you doing, Philip?
Just to throw out there, favorite episode is You Gonna Pay What You Owe.
Which one was that?
When he was telling Santa at the mall, you gonna pay what
Oh,
you owe.
dude! Every December, I send that to my dad. Like the Clippers writing a letter to Santa. I send that to him every fucking December. It's the funniest fucking shit I've ever heard in my life.
Dude, I remember waiting on Saturday nights for the new episode to come
Dude, I
out.
love Boondocks. It's fucking. It's still.
Like,
I still.
Bob was coming out.
They were supposed to come out with another season of it, but
I wish they
fucking
would.
John Witherspoon died, and he was like, "I don't know if we can do it now because he is granddad." I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't argue that.
I mean, it would hurt to see anybody else doing it. I mean, somebody to be able to take that place.
Magnificent's fucking funny as fuck.
Nah, the worst character and the funniest character is Uncle Ruckus.
He's out of pocket.
He is way out of
I
pocket.
still to this day, I say it all the time. I just catching myself saying because I think it's funny as fuck. When it was right after Robert got his ass beat by Stinkmeaner. He's at the park playing checkers with Uncle Ruckus. He's like, "Well, Robert, I'd help you, but you's a coon." I'm like, I say it all the fucking time because I think it's fucking hilarious.
His wildest episode I think he's had is when he became a country singer. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
That was wild.
Do you remember when he went back, when he was talking about childhood and he was getting his ass beat? And he's like, "Man, I get you having fun." He backhands him and his mom's like, "Oh, Jesus, baby, my baby." He still had that fucked up eye even back then. God, I love the Boondocks.
That was
fucking
such a
funny
great
as shit.
series. That series is just.
But they were talking about R. Kelly, and that interview came out, and of all people, fucking Rick Ross said, "I've been knowing that motherfucker was crazy. I knew he was crazy." And someone's like, "Bro, didn't you put this in the song?" He put the lyrics up where he said, "I'm a pop a Molly in her drink she don't even know." And he was like, "Whoa, that's just a song, man. That's just a song." I was like, "Yeah, it was just a song for him too." And he was doing that shit. He was doing all that crazy shit. He was snitching on himself. Yeah. So what makes it different to you if you're putting in your song saying you roofing bitches? Yeah. Like to me, that's snitching on yourself too. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, like rappers do that a lot. That they be snitching on themselves a lot. It wasn't even so much he was selling drugs. He was roofing girls.
Yeah, I mean that's never.
And he was openly admitting it.
He talking about pushing cocaine all of them.
And he was talking shit on R. Kelly. Like, dude, you should not join this conversation. You should stay the fuck out of this.
Yeah,
like Young Jeezy.
I love Jeezy.
Oh, I love Young Jeezy.
They said that shit was so bad. They had
dude, the Tyler Perry episode is crazy when he's making fun of Tyler Perry. Never mentioned his name, but it was blatantly Tyler Perry. Like the guy, he dressed up in drag, and he said, "If you want to make it in Hollywood, you got to kiss a man." And I'm like, "Yo, what?
Yo, what?"
Dude, the episode's called Pause. That episode is called Pause, so they keep saying it's like pause. He's like, "Why do you keep saying pause?" Like, man, that was pretty gay. That's pretty gay what you just said. And I had to keep going back. Dude, it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. He's not wrong. That episode is wild. I think that was season 3. And that's why they didn't make another season of Boondocks, because Tyler Perry got so pissed he sued him. He sued him.
Now that's what I call a pit stop.
What the fuck?
Wild Spice Fiji.
I was gonna pop it up and show him.
It's fucking Medea. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can tell right now.
So
I mean,
that's all right.
anything obviously to do with boondocks. I mean, it's gonna be out of pocket. It's gonna hit the barriers. It's gonna overcome, and it's gonna be entertaining.
Have you never watched that show?
No.
All right, you know what? We're done. Another homework after
You gotta
16 Candles, Boondocks. We're not talking about you gonna die, fucking laughing,
It's
gotta be
so
crying.
It's
Like
crazy.
it, so much unexpected.
Dude, when they're watching a movie theater, they're watching that movie in the theater, and the commercial comes on, it's like, you steal a movie, it's like stealing from an old lady. And he pimps out the lady, and the girl's laying there, he's like, or murder. And he points the gun, and he's like, ah, he shoots him, and that little girl starts crying. Oh my God, I love the Boondocks. That show is transcendent.
I actually owned the DVD.
I own all seasons on DVD.
I wish I still had it. I had all of them too.
Best show ever made. I swear to God.
All right, I hate to break up that riveting conversation. Here's another one that's going to start some drama in here. Next subject, we're going to talk about. I'm going to sit this one out because I know jack shit about this. The finals. Y'all can go ahead.
Oh, they haven't decided the finals yet.
But
They still haven't
what do you guys think up until now?
Okay, let me start this off by saying I was really pushing for him. Let me tell you why. He's Michael Jordan's son.
A lot of people believe that. I'm okay with that.
He's a funny motherfucker. He makes me laugh.
He's entertaining.
And he's a hell of a baller.
Yes.
But
he also had 3 games in this series where he only scored in the teens.
I know.
No, but they did a good job of stopping him.
But it still let him the whole team down.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
I mean, you gotta be able to find a way.
I'm just saying, like I was pushing for him.
Yeah.
And I like it. But the one time he shot twice in the first half, you think Kobe's shooting the ball only 2 times? You think Jordan's only shooting the ball 2 times when his team's down?
Okay,
I'm just saying.
Before we got to discuss which Kobe we talking about. We talking about early 2000s Kobe or near the end of his career Kobe? Because in the career Kobe, he was shooting at a detriment to the Lakers. He was missing stupid shots.
I mean, you got to think that's when he got
I'm
hurt,
just
though.
gonna let you know right now. That is the biggest fucking Kobe fan you'll probably ever.
I love Kobe, but I can still say that.
But
I'm just saying,
if you have
Do
any
you realize
words,
who was on his team in the last 3 years?
no, I give a garbage. No, I'm not arguing that.
He
But
only played a year and a
I was
half.
gonna say,
His last 3 years.
if you
because
say
they had
any
fought
ill
for the
words
cup and everything.
about Kobe, RJ gonna throw hands.
the memes of Kobe at the end of his the last. We're talking about. I'm not talking like the last half. I'm talking about the last, like you said, 2 or 3 years, and half of it he wasn't playing because he was injured.
Well, yeah.
But it was a meme of him looking at his own teammates as opposing teams as he would dribble around his teammates.
Well, yeah, because when you had a young Lonzo Ball at one point.
But that's because. But you also got to remember one thing he said. One reason why players like Kobe, players like Jordan, and unfortunately, not saying he's not great and he's done his thing, but players like LeBron will never catch me because of that mentality.
Not the Mamba mentality.
Like he said, I seen when you came into the gym, I seen when you left the gym. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
And of course, I mean, all that, not saying he didn't have it like that in, the end of those years, but that's why, like, players, to me, great players, like, should have been able to overcome that and figure out
I completely agree with
and
that.
I love watching him too, because this is probably the first year, and like I said, I've been more watching basketball now, but to see that I'm okay with the last 4 teams.
I just now realized we're wearing a Hardaway jersey.
Oh yeah, you see that New York Knicks too.
I know the struggle because I'm a Toronto fan. Vince Carter's my favorite player of all time, and they were ass.
But he was nasty.
He was nasty. Them dunks, the Olympic dunk is still the craziest shit I've ever seen on basketball.
I just picked up like a month and a half ago a Vince Carter USA Dream Team jersey.
How much was that?
No, I paid, well, not Dream Team, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think I only paid like $35 for it.
Where'd you get it at?
On Whatnot.
Damn, I'm going to look that up. I love that.
I'm telling you,
my wife got me an original Vince Carter jersey from this first. I wear that shit all the time.
Just picked up a Ben Wallace one too.
Ben Wallace.
Yep, I thought, I was like, damn. I was like, I remember watching him play, enjoying
remember that
it.
fist fight too, don't you?
Of course. But
no, that's a crazy. Watching that live was one of the funniest fucking things. might have been 13,
Hmm.
maybe.
Mhm.
Maybe I
That
can't
was
remember.
what, 04, I think.
It was
I was
either
like
03 or 04. It was one of
Pretty
the,
sure I was like 11.
I'm
And
bad
that-
with years.
that
something like
shit
that.
was wild. Watching now known, ironically, Meta World Peace run up into the fucking crowd, throwing haymakers. The poor bastard, he didn't even know. It wasn't even the guy that threw it. The look on that guy's face when he realized what was happening, pure panic and fear, because he knew he was about to get laid out. It was wild watching that. Still one of my favorite
Hey,
sports moments.
Artest will always have a special place in my heart when he hit that 3 against Boston in 2010.
But that's because it was
Put him up
against
five.
Boston.
I was
That's
in
why.
Game 7.
Dude, listen, you're my father-in-law. He's a huge Boston guy, and I make fun of him all the time because I think I hate Boston. I never have liked Boston.
Yeah.
I respect the players on Boston, some of them.
Mhm. Oh, Paul Pierce is one of my favorite players of all time.
That's legit.
Hands down. So like,
But at the same time, I'm like, man. And he's always like,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
the
Joe
walk
Mazzulla
on.
is a coach now, and that's West Virginia. I'm like, I don't give a so I ain't getting none of that money. What the fuck do I care?
Talk about McBride. You say West Virginia. I think about McBride right now on the Knicks. You
Deuce
talk
McBride.
about how he been showing up, man. Have you been watching any of the Knicks games at all?
I've missed. I ain't gonna lie, I missed the last couple. I'm gonna watch the one tomorrow because I feel like
Oh,
it's
I
gonna be the make or
definitely
break.
have to
Like,
watch the one tomorrow because I mean, I am excited. 'Cause like I said, all four teams have basically a player that I'm cool with watching go basically all the way through.
I'm
And
just-
Ant was one of them for me.
I'm big excited just the fact that there's no Boston, there's no Lakers. And
Yeah.
it's a time for no
Yeah,
Warriors. It's a time. It's a
And
fucking
for all the young ones,
yeah.
too, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
time. It's like get the old guard out. Let's
When Knicks knocked out Boston, because so me and him, we talked to him. He goes, "Well, he's like Boston's gonna beat the Knicks." I said, "Nah." I said, "They're not beating them." I said, "I gotta be hopeful." And they really should have though.
When you
Honestly.
brick a million wide open threes in like 3 of the games, I mean that'll do it for you.
But
They
I
didn't
mean,
make
but
open
Knicks
shots.
has been very strong. They've been holding their own. They've been doing a lot
I'm not-
more than what's expected. Again, you know, a lot
No,
of it's
also,
still
I agree with that.
fresh.
They have way
No,
exceeded
they
their.
play hard.
And man, they need that. They need that game tomorrow. If they get, I really believe if they win that game tomorrow, there's no way they're not winning Game 7. No way they're not winning. Game
That's
7.
a big if. That's,
Yeah, and it
I'm
is
just
because I even though I'm not a huge fan of them, definitely not a fan of Halliburton. That guy, he's so inconsistent. He just had the game before. What did he do? Like 38 points, and last night game ended with like 8 points.
Oh, they should have that.
He's
He
just.
only shot the ball like 7 times though last night.
But
and I don't know why.
But again, by choice,
Like, it's
by
weird.
choice. But they
he is-
got shooters, they got gunners, they got people that can do things, and this is why Indiana is a threat. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I'm not going to shoot them down.
Dude,
You know, watching both.
actually,
teams.
there's a fun stat I shared the other day. I gotta find it again because I think you guys are big basketball guys. I know you both will fucking love it. We may be headed to a finals where both teams were built on the back of trading Paul George away. That's a crazy stat.
I mean, you aren't lying.
That's a
If Indiana goes, then yeah.
Yeah, that's a great, like, imagine being so ass. People getting rid of you made them so much better. They made it to the fucking finals. That's
wild.
That's
a
crazy.
Wild statement.
Or I'm gonna be honest. I'm a huge Paul George hater.
Uh-huh.
I fucking hate
Really?
Paul George. I'm huge.
I mean,
I
don't mind Paul. But
I just hate
He's
his
all right.
mentality. He basically just phones it in the whole season, does his little podcast Pete shit,
Yeah.
and then like 2 weeks before the season playoffs start, he's like, I'm gonna have to walk in, try to do like, motherfucker, we're way past walking in. What the fuck are you talking about? Well, you haven't tried all season. Why are you trying to walk in now before it's even done? That doesn't make any sense. Hate Paul George. But OKC, I'm big excited about them being in the finals.
Yeah.
That's the first time in what, 15 years or something? It's
And,
been
and
It
I'm
was
really liking
2012,
Shy.
I'm pretty sure it was 2012 because that's when KD, young James Harden,
it was like 13 years.
and obviously, well, they were all 3 young.
Yeah.
Westbrook, all of them. They lost to the Heat.
But
So-
see, Shy is another one I'm okay with
Kevin
winning the
Durant
ring.
averaged 35 and like 7 in that series and shot 53% from the floor.
Man, Kevin Durant is the
But I mean,
Kevin
I
Durant's
know
the
they
most,
lost, but I mean, it doesn't mean anything.
Kevin Durant's the most
like-
talented punk bitch I've ever seen in my life.
I
You
can agree with that.
If you're
I can
gonna
agree
you're
with
gonna
that.
you're gonna lose to a team, they lose in the finals, and you're gonna go to that team.
Everybody says that.
It's
3-1.
Everybody says that. Nobody likes that. I've never had a problem with it. I'm like, it
I
is
just think
what
it's
it is.
bitch. I just
The
think
way-
it's bitch made. That's how I look
The
at it.
way that the league is
It's the
now.
way they
I mean,
lost.
you just
They were up
they
3-1.
It's bad.
so how is it that the Mavs give up Luka, right? First off, biggest craziest we talked about it, a wild thing, right?
Well,
And
yo,
who has
that is such
number
an
one?
understatement. It's the when I read that alert on my phone when I was at work and I read that, I said, "Damn, somebody hacked ESPN. That's crazy."
Yeah,
Put my phone back in my pocket. Then I got an email from Yahoo Sports saying that. I said, "That's kind of weird." Then finally, I got I think something like ABC or something. I was like, and I finally looked up. I was like, "They actually did that shit. What the fuck?" And then Anthony Davis immediately getting hurt.
Yeah.
The first game.
First game.
Yeah.
Immediately getting hurt.
I was like, this is the craziest shit. Now, I heard a rumor they intentionally did that to try to get out of Dallas and try to go to Vegas because Texas is hard on fucking gambling. They don't let you do it. They want to put a casino in the stadium and they won't let them do it.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Huh.
And
Well,
there's a
I
new
mean-
ownership.
Another thing that I've heard, again, I don't know if it's
Yeah.
100% true, but I'm also hearing Dallas has the number one pick in the draft.
They did. They did get it.
How is that?
And a lot of people calling it's rigged. A lot
But
of
I
people
mean,
calling
but
that
I-
early because
I'm hearing a lot
the
of
chances
these-
of them getting it was something stupid. It was like 1 in 200,000 or something they got it.
I mean, I just seen something recently where Shaq was talking about back in his day. They asked him, Prince, do you want to play where it's hot or do you want to play where it's cold?
Well, a
They
lot
didn't
of
give him
people are
anything
probably gonna
specific, but
go
he said,
somewhere
I want to go
warm.
somewhere
Yeah,
hot.
I'm
Where did he
not
go?
going to fucking Denver if I have a choice.
You know what I mean? Where did he end up
Yeah.
going? He went to Orlando.
Plus, what's there really to do in Denver?
I
There's
don't
probably not a whole lot. I mean,
Let's go to strip clubs and shit. That's the only thing I can think of. Like, what the fuck? You know how it is. I mean, it looks bad. It already would have looked bad if it was just a happenstance.
Mm.
But the fact that it's the worst trade of all time, and then they get the first round pick, they're going to pick Cooper Flag. We all know that.
Yeah.
That's going to be number
Easily.
one.
Yeah,
That's
easily.
number one right off the jump. That's a given.
that's going to be a big team though with Lively and Gafford, and then you have Kyrie. Well, you're adding obviously Kyrie, but then you have AD on top of it, adding Cooper Flag.
It's
That's
a
a long
it's-
game.
But I mean, even
That-
though I know you
those
talk
guys are
AD,
good.
but AD is too inconsistent at getting hurt. After that first year with LeBron, you remember me saying, "Oh wow, he's an amazing player. That's his team." Even next year, LeBron
Yeah.
said it.
Start collecting
And then-
injuries like Pokemon
And then,
cards.
yup, and
They're
as
fucking
soon as that
crazy.
next year came, he was nothing.
But
He
I'm
was
just
just
saying,
and
but
he's
regardless,
lazy.
I'm talking about length. Regardless, like, because I don't.
Yeah,
I feel
but
a
if he's
certain
gonna,
way about
but,
AD.
but
at
can you
times,
really
too.
count AD
But-
if he's going to be hurt?
Yeah, but even
half-
take
But he is a
AD.
great defender, regardless of what anyone says.
No, he is. Take AD, and let's take AD out of it. It's still
It's
fucking.
a lot of length.
It's
Yeah.
fucking
on that
Kyrie, Cooper Flag. That's stupid in itself. If Kyrie comes back, God, I hope he comes back in a decent shape because that's a terrible. That's one of the worst
He's
injuries you
older
can get.
now too.
Yeah, that's one of the worst injuries you
So
can get as a
that would be-
basketball player.
Yeah.
Like so, he might come back and not be even close to what he was.
Yeah.
But if he comes back even 50% what he was, Anthony Davis comes back somehow doesn't get hurt with Cooper Flag. That's fucking ridiculous. That's a fucking that in itself is technically, in my opinion, a super team.
Yeah, but not that
Do you
I'm
think
wishing
there's
on
the
him, but I just
possibility
don't
that
see
they'll
him being
trade
out.
that pick or trade Cooper or something?
I mean, at this point,
There might be.
dude, after what I
Why
saw him do
would
with
you-
Luka, I can believe to do anything.
But yeah,
Well,
but
and
if they
Giannis
do
is
that,
gonna be
like
on
they
the
just
market,
screwing
too.
themselves.
Yeah, but how old's Giannis now?
Giannis, I think he's around
34 at least, right?
No, I think he's
I just
only
want
like
to see
early
him go
30s.
somewhere where he can win a
I'm
championship.
pretty sure he's only in his early 30s.
Giannis is one of the last true basketball players. He's not really worried about the money. He's worried about getting them rings. He wants the
he wants
glory.
to win.
Yeah, and he
wants-
deserves it.
and he-
The-
I agree.
The way he plays, his mentality, and he has a fun side. That's one thing that I enjoy, his fun side as well. You know what I'm saying?
What was it,
That's how
2020?
Shaq was.
2021 is when he won the championship, right? It was either it was 2021. It had to be.
I don't know
Something
years.
like that.
But it couldn't have been because the bubble was
It was
Lakers.
22 Golden State won it.
Yeah, so it had to be
I'm pretty
21.
Sure, yeah, it had to be 21.
Dude, I'm not even a big fan of like his, but I was fucking ecstatic for him. I was like, damn, dude, you did it. You got what you wanted.
Yeah.
And then they hired fucking.
I mean, they hadn't won like a championship since the
They
early
hired-
70s with Kareem.
Doc Rivers as their coach. And I said, oh, so you guys just want to. You guys don't want to win anymore. Okay.
They were done.
It's like,
Man,
time
Doc
proved
has
it.
a lot of blunders when it comes to the playoffs too.
like
So who?
And he's had the, he's lost like the most game sevens or something like
Yep.
that.
So who do you
And
think
he's a
is
good.
gonna?
That's the weird thing is he's a good coach, but it's like I don't know what happens in the playoffs half the time.
I just.
I mean, he did win a championship.
He did win a. I'll give him that. He did win a
Lost
championship.
all when they beat the Lakers.
So who do you think is gonna take it? Knicks or Pacers?
What do I want to happen?
I want
the
Knicks to
Knicks to
personally.
win. Do I think that's what's going to happen? No, I think the Pacers are going to win the next game.
I kind
honestly.
of think the Pacers are going to win Game 6.
I think that's
I'm gonna stay hopeful and just keep.
No,
going for
listen,
the
I'm
Knicks.
pulling for you.
No,
bro.
but I get it. I get what you're saying, but I'm asking because, again, I haven't been into basketball as much as I've been into this year, so I just like to hear people's.
You know why I
opinion,
say
what
that
mean?
too?
And how do y'all feel as well if y'all been watching the game?
I feel like there are moments in the game when the Knicks just turn the ball over. Or not, they're just not locked in, I feel like.
That last game,
Half
there
the
was
time.
so many
And
dumb.
even, well, that's what I'm saying. Even when they had the lead in the last game, towards like in the middle of that third quarter, they were starting to turn the ball over.
Yep.
And honestly, if it wasn't for them probably playing good defense and actually getting turnovers back on Indiana, I think
No,
honestly that game could have
because-
been close
Yeah, I
again.
agree.
No, because that last game, not the one, this one, but the one before, was it the one, this one? No, this one they just won. The one before it. When they played that game, yes, they did do a lot of fouls. They did do a lot of dumb fouls, a lot of turnovers, but they kept up. They stayed with the team. And if the referees actually did their job, they would have had a lead and they would have won it. I'm sorry, I 100% believe that. There was too many,
Then,
too many.
we're talking about the refs not
fouls.
doing a good job. The Lakers series.
Yeah.
What the fuck was happening with them?
I
refs?
really believe they were trying to give it.
I believe it. It was bad. They was making ridiculous calls. I was getting disgusted by it.
But we can also look at game 1 with the Knicks when they blew that like 17-point lead with 5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah, but there was also
That's
some
all on them.
questionable calls on there too.
Yeah.
Man,
And I'm not. But that one.
I'm sorry,
But
that game I will
one.
not give them that.
But again, I'm cool with that one. And
It's
it's not
easy.
that. It's game 4 for me because that was just what game 5, right?
Yeah.
Game 4 was the turntable. That was a changer. I'm
there
sorry.
were some weird fouls at the end.
There-
Because there was that.
'cause you
that
even
string
called-
of, like
you
3
called
fouls in a
3
row
of
That
them.
was stupid.
I mean,
And I saw at least 5 or 6 of them. Not just the fouls, but also stepped out of bounds.
Yeah.
A charge call that should have been called when he just
I won't
ran straight into
argue. I
Brunson.
won't argue that. But I mean, basically, that game 1 was fucking.
Well,
That's a
You
huge.
got to lock that up.
That's
You're
a
up
huge
17
mentality
with
killer.
5
Yeah.
minutes.
That's
like,
a. If
you
you
were
were
done in
that,
the series.
that's what I mean. Like if they would have locked that bitch down and did what they did, they would have already been up 1 game.
Yep.
And this is the momentum from it.
Mhm.
They're
We're all
also-
basketball fans, but momentum's a lot to do with
Oh
basketball.
yeah.
Like you
Basketball
mentioned,
is a game of runs.
but,
That's what
but
it
like
is.
you mentioned, they're almost better away than they are at home in a sense.
Well, they're the best road team in the playoffs this year. The Knicks
So,
are.
you know, and
They
again,
have the most like.
I
runs, I'm pretty
understand the
sure.
reality of what Indiana can do, but again, I'm gonna be hopeful.
No.
So I agree with you. I mean, it's a big what if right now in my head. Like, you know what I mean?
With the Knicks, I think I need to see more consistency on just being focused. Like I think sometimes they just,
I
like I
got to
said,
agree
get
with
out of their element with the stupid turnovers.
Well,
I even saw it last night. Like just even at the end of the game, like there was no need for some of them.
and I know it's a new age game. Take that damn ball to the hole. Stop kicking it out every single chance you
Don't
get.
get me started on that shit.
Drive
My nephew plays
Drive it,
basketball. Fucking, I love this kid. Son I never had. Love this kid. 10 years old pisses me the fuck off. I'm watching these games. He wants me to coach him next year.
Mhm.
And I'm like, go with his dad. Me and his dad were boys. I'm like, man, I don't know, man, because I don't know if I can be built like that. They do that shit. It said, I'm like, he had a wide open shot. He would go right up the key. Nobody was in the paint. Nobody. Perfect layup. What does he do? Step back. Fade away. Air balls. I yelled from the bench. I said, Mason, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, what? I'm like, drive it. Fucking drive it. Just go straight to the key. None of these kids are playing defense. None of them believe in the 2-pointer anymore. It's all, I want to be Steph Curry. I want to be Steph Curry. They're not Steph
The
Curry.
mid-range game is gone.
It is. It's
Except
disgusting.
SGA, we can talk about him.
And he got guess what? He got MVP, baby.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
Bridges, I love when Bridges does his little fadeaway. Brunson will do it too.
Brunson has a good.
You know what I'm saying?
SGA's a
But
fucking
SGA
revelation in this game. I fucking love him, and that's another Paul George one. That's another Paul George. He was traded
He was.
for Paul George.
He was a Clipper.
Yep.
SGA was a Clipper.
They traded
I
him.
always forget that too.
I never.
honest with you.
When your whole career is hating Paul George, you remember every stupid thing that's connected to him. I swear to God, I was like, oh shit, I was rooting for SGA to get MVP just because of that. And when he got it, I was like, fuck you, Paul George. You're a cancer to this team. Fucking retire. Like, if I was a 76ers fan, nah, I'd be so fucking mad. I'd be hurting it. Joel Embiid.
It's time to move on from Embiid. He's just hurt every year.
He's always hurt. Didn't he get ball? Yeah, I just bell palsy
banged
too.
up or
I'm
something.
pretty sure he got.
where the
Yeah.
the
So,
paralysis.
yep.
In his face. Yeah.
It's like, dude.
Yeah.
He's not that guy. He's not. He's had hella good players on his
Keep
team.
Maxey and do something with.
Fucking read.
Yeah, just do something with.
You have to do a rebuild.
You could probably
Just do
get a
rebuild.
little something
So-
maybe out of him.
So then here's the question: if Knicks win, OKC or Knicks? If Pacers win, OKC.
I think OKC got it in
I
general.
think OKC has it regardless.
That's
Yeah.
how I feel about it. Like
I think they're just the most complete team.
the
From
momentum's
watching
insane on
them,
their end.
I don't want to doubt the Knicks if they happen to make it, but it's going to be it's not going to be handed to them. They're going to have to fight.
They're so complete. Like you said, the complete team, everything works.
They got guys
But even the
that can
bench,
defend.
Even the
You know
even
how
the
many-
bench is solid
And
though.
this
That's
is
the
nothing
problem.
against, like Brunson either. But do you know how many dudes are going to throw at Brunson? They're going to
Oh.
throw Caruso at him. They're going to throw Dort at him. Like
I love Caruso.
I'm
That's
just-
my boy.
I'm
That's
saying they
that's
got
the one
multiple
I'm
guys.
excited for
How old is
OKC
Caruso
to see
Isn't
him
it
get
Jalen
another one.
Williams? Is that the kid? Is that the other dude?
I believe so. Yes.
Is that his name, Jalen Williams?
I think
But
it's
they have
something
another good wing
terrible.
defender too, because it's Lou Dort and then Caruso, of course.
But watching-
that's like their two best defenders.
But watching
on the perimeter.
SGA is like a work of art.
I'm
It's like
telling-
watching
People hate
basketball.
him. He's young,
That's
yeah.
the way
People
it
hate
looks.
him.
Because
He's
they're
like-
jealous.
They're like, they hate the way
Because
he
he's-
plays, but I'm like,
Because he plays basketball. He plays.
No,
to
because-
me, it makes no
And
sense.
who
'cause I
do
think
they
he's great.
compare him to? You see what I'm saying? But that's because when
He ain't trying to collect fouls. He ain't trying to shoot threes. He's playing basketball. He's driving it right up the key. He's doing what you're supposed to do. And people can't stand that new age. They want that new age.
I love it.
Eventually.
I love it. And he's averaging like 30 in
But-
the
but-
playoffs.
And how old? He's like 23, is he not? Like 23, 24? He's young.
He's
as fuck.
actually been in the league
he's
7
7
years.
years, yeah.
Has he
I think
really?
he's like
Yeah.
25 or 26.
No fucking way. He's
Yeah, no,
I'm
he's
positive. I
been
think
he's been
he's
in the league because we
26.
looked it up on that, and I was actually he was surprised. I was
I thought he
surprised.
was. I really thought he was younger than
Yeah.
that. No shit. That's crazy. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And now he's 26,
Wow.
and I'm
Wow.
telling
Yeah, he's been in the league 7 years.
he's in that point of his career where he's starting to get into his prime. You know what I'm saying? And he shows it.
Even if they do, I'll say this about OKC. Even if by some chance they, let's say, Pacers beat them or your team gets up there and they beat them too, they're going to be a problem next year. They're going to be a problem the year after that. They
Yeah,
are going to be out.
It's going to be
If they
yeah, it's
keep
going to
that
be
group
continue.
together,
Yeah, the West is there. They
Like,
own
it's
that
gonna
shit.
be how like Golden State was when they
Yeah.
were just basically they just too solid to
Yeah,
be able to
that's-
stop
well,
them.
they're
You know
like
what
the
I mean?
best defensive team.
Yeah, this-
so that's what it comes
I mean,
down
I'm
to.
really
Defense wins
curious,
They have length with Hartenstein and then Chet Holmgren too. I mean,
It's
and that's another
They
thing.
have everything
Why,
they need.
why are you getting paid that much money and y'all just standing around? Like, you know how many times I look at the Knicks game, and you know you'll be that only player at the end of the court, and they'll shoot a shot, but they don't chase their own rebound. Like, go get that ball.
if I'm playing basketball, that's the first. If I shoot a shot, I'm already as the ball's leaving my hand. I'm already putting my hand down. And I'm already taking it off just in case. I don't
Yeah,
take it.
that's
I'm
what
trying to
saying.
get that rebound.
Exactly. Like, I just don't. And again, you know, it can't always be expected, but at least in the second half of the game, that's when it's time to hustle. That's when it's time to lock it in.
It's the same thing. There's a reason why fucking James Harden's never won a championship because he doesn't play defense. He never has.
Yep, and then again,
This
you
is
have
also,
to be able
I'm
to
a
play
Lakers
defense.
fan, and I don't know how I feel about the Luka trade. I've always said Luka is a better version of James Harden because of the high usage rate.
He's very late.
It's a lot of one-on-one. I'm dribbling
But he's
around,
looking a
dribbling the
lot
clock
better
out, you know what I mean? But
than he was. He's definitely looking a lot better than he was.
Okay, I will say this.
personally, he looked like Dallas Luka in a way, like when they were playing against the Timberwolves, because I saw a lot of him just dribbling around, trying to
Yeah,
create
but
a shot.
the ISO really is bad,
It
and
never
I know
works.
even
It never
Brunson
works.
does
That's why I
that.
was never a Harden fan.
Dude, Harden.
I don't like James Harden. I'm sorry. The
I've
dude
never-
doesn't show up in the biggest games.
He never shows up.
And then he'll shoot like 7 shots
He
in a
never
game
shows up.
in one of the biggest games, right? And he'll have like 5 points, and you're like, you wonder why you only have 5 points because you only took 7 shots the whole game.
Yeah, it's fucking
Like, I'm sorry, you're like
the choke artist of the century.
apart.
He's
Yeah.
the choke artist of this generation.
It's like he does it on purpose.
I
feels like.
agree. Like, he
Like,
just
it's
wants.
too-
He's not in it for the glory. He's just for the
No.
money. He goes to strip clubs and bounces checks and all that shit. He
Well,
don't give a fuck about
Yeah,
the
he was
game.
the MVP, but it's because of like during that time.
Okay, Joel Embiid was
But-
the MVP. He hasn't done dick.
But he does not perform like when it matters.
No, he
I've
never
always
has.
said that.
Never has. Never will.
Yeah.
I think he'll honestly.
I
think
think Luka performs well under pressure. I really do overall.
Yeah.
I just think with him,
2 or 3 years.
I don't
give
like the
him-
style
yeah.
of play. We'll see how it translates. Like maybe if they get a new roster next year, but
I
I
don't know
don't
about that.
know.
All
If they-
I'm
if they make
saying
some-
is I'm hoping for Knicks in 7. I know the reality of it, but I'm hoping for Knicks in 7.
Dude, I'm
Show
going
up.
for it.
Let's
I'm
do it.
going for it.
He was like I said, he was like Boston, not happening. Knicks are losing. And I said, I just want him to win that last game, and I want you to eat your words. Not the fact, because I get what you were saying,
About it, though.
but not that he was rooting because he hates
I didn't
Boston.
want
Well,
Boston.
But Boston
Didn't
should
what's his
have.
name get hurt?
Oh, what's his name? Tatum.
It
Yeah, he got
was,
hurt, didn't he?
But that
He
was
lost.
like in game
That was the last.
5.
And
And
then,
then
Oh.
like 3 minutes left, and they were losing even with him.
Okay,
yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
know.
it was already.
One,
But
so
hopefully he recovers because that's not a good injury either.
he,
Yeah, when they lost, I called my father-in-law, like I said, and I just put on "Hit 'Em High" from Space Jam album. Just fucking blasted it. It's like you're out, brother. You're out. He's like, your team's nowhere near. I was like, I accept that. I know
So,
Toronto ain't going to do
But now it's
shit.
your turn to feel.
Yeah, that's like,
real quick before we go, how do you feel about Kawhi Leonard? Because Kawhi Leonard's actually my favorite player right now.
okay,
Like I know he doesn't play a whole lot,
but I don't blame
love
him. Did you
Kawhi.
ever see where that lawsuit they're filing where they overstressed him and Clippers? Where I guess they like had him working out even though he hurt himself. He got hurt, and they think that's what extended his injury, and that's what made him.
Was that during the playoffs like last year when he kind of came back and played
Mhm.
that one game?
Yeah,
I never really saw it, like looked into
Yeah,
it.
you should look at. Yeah, that's your favorite player.
Yeah, he's been my favorite player since Kobe retired.
Okay,
actually.
listen.
That's the funny. I literally
listen,
watched all
like,
his games.
I know why you asked that because he won my team a championship.
Yeah, he went to
yeah.
Toronto for 1 year.
Yeah, and he won him a championship and did this
And then-
fucking funny.
Well, from what I heard too, like he didn't like living in Canada. He said he wanted to go home because he is from California.
But
So, I mean,
but I
plus it's like
cold.
like your family's like you're in a whole other country. Like,
it's cold. It's cold.
but I mean, he did.
He
what
won
had
the
to do.
championship.
They never won it before. So
He went down there, and immediately that's when all that shit started happening. And I still think to this day it's something that happened either during training or even like you said with the playoffs where he hurt himself and
Yeah.
it just forced him to keep playing. That's the reason why it's not even him suing him. It's his trainer that's doing it.
okay.
His trainer wanted him to take off, told him like he needs to take off. They fired his trainer, got him a different trainer, and made him still work out. Then he got injured.
Okay.
So I think
I knew there was some stuff that went on in like San Antonio too that he had issues with. That's why he ended up leaving, or he'd
Yeah.
probably still be there.
more likely. So I mean, you should look into it. It's very interesting because it's like there might be some truth to it. It might not just be bullshit. Like it might be actually like, hey, these guys might have fucked him, and that's why it's so bad. But I love Kawhi Leonard. I just think he's a big what if.
That's the thing too. Like when he stays healthy, we know what he can be. Because even this year, when he got healthy, and he was averaging like 25.
Yeah, he's fucking amazing.
He looks
and
good,
I thought he
too.
played pretty solid in the playoffs.
You know what held him back too?
Paul George.
Paul George. I'm telling you,
I mean,
Paul George's the devil.
Another one.
If I can, another
Another
one.
one.
I think James Harden hurt him this year though.
Oh,
He
I-
played in that series.
James Harden hurts James Harden.
Yeah.
It's time for you to take over, boss man.
I think we're. I think
Oh, hey, how you been?
It's all right.
Hijacking your shit, my man.
It's all right.
That's-
That's
You
why-
talking basketball? I'm going to talk
That's-
basketball.
That's why I brought you on here. I want you to come back because I want to continue these conversations.
I'll come back.
It's
Anytime you guys want to come back. You let me
definitely
know.
was a good episode for everybody else to take over and talk. But we're going to end this episode, and I'd like to thank everybody who was in the chat. I'd like to thank everybody that was showing some love, hitting that like button. Please like and subscribe.
Big shout out to Rodney. You know,
Big shout out to Rodney for staying in the chat and keeping it consistent. Thanks,
repping
Rodney.
R. Kelly. I'm gonna clip that, take it separately. Y'all gonna
Believe I can fly.
Drip, drip, drip.
We appreciate y'all staying in the chat, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you. Mary at the last second.